it's Ava DuVernay, and you're listening to Black Girl Podcast.
Black Girl Podcast. It's your girl, Scotty Beam.
Hey.
No.
It's Blue Victoria. Now change my name to Bex.
Friends.
Yeah, Peppers. Hi, everyone.
Hey guys, it's Affair.
And no.
Yes.
And I'm Alicia P.
No. No.
I'm
Sounds like
Alicia
you.
P.
Our listeners are probably going to be like, what the fuck is this?
It's actually Gia.
None of you niggas is niggas.
What episode is this?
It was actually Gia.
Guys,
Hey, y'all.
hey.
We tried to introduce each other.
I know. My name is Scotty Beam. This is episode, what is it, episode 31?
What?
Oh.
31 flavors.
Asking Bob.
Is that a thing? 31 flavors?
Sorry, don't do sweets. Didn't know about
Oh, I
it.
didn't know that.
Oh, I do sweet.
Crazy.
Oh, excuse the fuck out of me. Sorry.
So, what? Don't come for me.
How's
popcorn.
everyone been?
So we tried to
Wait,
introduce
wait.
each other as the other, but we don't know if we tricked you guys.
We
No,
did.
that was
No,
terrible.
we didn't.
I mean, if we did,
We
sorry.
tricked ourselves.
We
Okay.
also hope you guys didn't turn off the show. Right? Stay there with us.
But we are all here in the building.
We're here in the flesh, y'all.
Yes. So you want to introduce ourselves?
In
For
real
real,
life?
for real?
Yes.
Let's just start over.
Okay.
I mean, not start over.
Let's do it right.
There you
Okay.
go.
Can you do
Go
it in
ahead,
your real
Scotty.
voice? Your real voice? Not.
Black Girl Podcast.
No, bitch.
All right, ready? Black Girl Podcast, episode
That's so
31. I'm Scotty Beam.
Safira M. Hey.
Hey, I'm Bex.
Hi, I'm Gia Peppers.
No. No.
That's actually
Hi.
And I'm Alicia P.
Oh, yeah, that's what we're doing.
It's the same fucking thing.
I really wish
Okay.
that you could get your name to be Alicia P on Twitter as well.
Well, y'all gotta tweet
because
them.
let me tell you, who's
'Cause I
tired
can't-
of looking for 819?
Me
Oh my
too.
God.
Me too. She hasn't even tweeted in 6 years, bro. There's gotta be an
there's gotta be
expiration
somebody
date.
at
She probably
Twitter
passed
House.
away.
Statute
That's
of
what usually
limitations.
happens.
No, don't
Rest
say
in
that.
No, sometimes they pass away and then they don't notice that,
No.
like, they're
No.
dead. So they
Wow.
have the
That
at
usually
name for a
happens how
long
you
time.
die.
No.
That's how
No.
That's exactly how it happens when you die. You don't know.
No,
Oh God,
your
please
Twitter
don't let that be
in
the
heaven.
case.
But hopefully that's not it.
It's got real deep.
No, it didn't
Yeah.
get deep. That's really what happened.
Got real heavy.
Well,
Sorry, Alicia.
You should probably
P.
check the ads to see if somebody's adding her and saying RIP, whatever her name
I
is.
don't wanna, cause now I'm not gonna want it.
work.
I mean, but then you could get somebody to let that at name go. Sometimes you gotta let that go. She's gone.
Yo, just
Rest
keep
in
going.
peace.
How y'all
Let's-
been? How y'all
Thank
been?
you.
All right, I'm just saying. We don't even know
You
her.
don't. Sorry.
God bless.
Shout out to
Oh,
Alicia P,
God,
819. I mean,
Jesus.
No, not that.
No, it's Alicia P.
Anyway, how have y'all been? What's up? What's new?
What's going on with you guys? What is happening? Anybody want to do the updates first?
Start with rolling loud.
Loud.
Oh,
Yes. Miss, I take
yes.
pictures
yes.
and
Yes.
cheese
Yeah.
She's in
Okay,
here.
so I
and text people at 2
Posted-
o'clock in the morning, guys.
I know. I was that happy. I was that excited. I almost cried. But I hosted the live stream for Rolling Loud for Revolt TV. It was fun. It was great. I got to meet again because I've met J. Cole before, but I actually had a conversation with J. Cole. We actually like talked for a long time, and
What's a long time?
like close to an hour.
That's a
Wow.
long time.
It was, I was just in shock. It was out of body experience, and we talked a lot about meditation. We talked a lot about mental health, Black people and mental health. We talked about me leaving Hot 97. Since that on that day, it was the year anniversary that I quit.
What?
Hot
Like
97.
already?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, wow, that's
Lord
so
Jesus.
So that was big.
meant to be.
And yeah, and basically just talking about moves and stuff. And you know, he kept asking questions. I was in shock. I just didn't. I was excited that he had questions for me. You know what I'm saying? He told me about the Angie Martinez interview before it came out. It was just a blessing. You know, it was a good experience. Hope to have many more.
Can
And I
you-
told him about
Black Girl
his
Podcast.
song "Saving My Life."
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I told him about Black Girl Podcast.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I
You
did. But I also told him about the song "Saving My Life," keeping me from making decisions that I know that I couldn't come back from.
Which song?
Which song?
The Badness from the warm up. It features Omen, and it's one of my favorite songs ever in life. And we talked about that, and he was like taken aback. He just couldn't believe that. And I was like, you hear this all the time though. I'm pretty sure he was like, yeah, but it's new every time because this is a life.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So it's different. You know what I'm saying? That certain lyrics can save lives. That blows me out of the water. And it's a song that nobody really, people usually skip over. Nobody really remembers The Badness, but I do. I love that song. So yeah, that's what I did. I interviewed a few people we don't know, a few rappers that we don't know.
Wait, before you move on from Cole, 2 questions.
Yes, because I have them too.
His interview with Angie, was he on the same shit with you, like just the conversation content?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was on the same tip. Like it was effortless. It was him being honest. He said a bit. He probably was a bit more like fluid with me. Like because there was no camera.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So he got to say, and I'm pretty sure he trusted my black ass would not say anything because I would never say anything to
20,000
but he
people on
didn't say-
podcast.
right, right. But I would never like say anything that would make him look any type of way ever because he's one of my people I love, as an artist. So yeah, but I didn't get to finish the interview. Because I pretty much knew, I'm not saying via the conversation, but I pretty much knew what J. Cole was going to say in some of the interview. Like, I knew what he was going to say.
Because you already had that conversation with him.
No, but not even. I knew. Like, I knew that he wasn't with the gay shit. I knew that, that whole call was trash. Like, it wasn't trash, but it was just a setup. Like, why would you post a picture of the call?
I mean, he's one of your favorites. So
he's one of my favorites
You've been
ever.
studying.
Ever.
And you know what's going on.
Right. So it changed my life. I cried. So while I was crying, I texted y'all at the same time. I was like, I just smoked the drink. I was really.
That's
you are
so
good
beautiful.
for a 2 a.m.
I
to
know.
4 a.m. text.
Everybody's dead.
We be
Like,
like
2 to
dead
4.
sleep.
Dead.
But it was a blessing. I told him about us. I told him about, Black Girl Pod. He asked about it. And he was like, yo, that's fire. He was like, that's crazy that you're doing this. He just kept asking questions, and I couldn't.
God bless
that's when I
him.
thought.
That's my second question.
Right. That just when I thought like, it was over, because I'd be like, okay, well,
Bye.
that's it.
Thanks so much.
Right. Like, and he would be like, no, like, and then like people would come up, and he'd be like, 1 second, and he's talking. I'm like, oh God, I'm having a conversation for real, and I was trying to look really cool,
Right,
this is
yeah,
regular,
it's regular life, yeah.
So tomorrow I do this, but
I'm
in
actually
my mind,
talking to someone else tomorrow.
right? So.
Right, for now.
Jay-Z and I haven't talked tomorrow.
Right. But I'm looking at him in his face. I'm like, I can't believe I'm talking to this nigga right now. Like, it was crazy. So, yes, that was a blessing. That was the biggest blessing. I think, sometimes God rewards you for tough times sometimes. The week before my grandmother is going through, she has cancer, and it's been trying me a little bit, but I went to go see her, visit her, and spend some time with her, and she's in good spirits, you know what I'm saying, given the circumstances. But, sometimes I'm like, if it's not one thing, it's a fucking other. And I think that was God's little, like, here. Like,
That's so dope.
chill out a little bit.
So dope.
So it was a blessing.
Backtrack question. In a 2-minute Gia Pepper Rock Nation detailed story, how did the actual conversation start? Like, who called who? Like, what happened?
Okay.
2 minutes max.
Okay.
2 minutes.
Start the timer. Please.
Okay.
LOL.
So I'm with my friend Kaz. Kaz is also on Dreamville. He's a rapper. So, but me and him are really cool. Like,
Is this after he performed, before he performed?
this was after J. Cole performed, but me and Kaz was watching J. Cole perform, and then we were hanging out, whatever. And he's like, yo, come with me over here, and we're walking. And I just didn't think that we were going over by J. Cole's trailer. So we're walking, and I'm minding my business. We turn the fucking corner, and we walk past security, and I'm like, so we walk past, and J. Cole's sitting literally right there. Like, there was no way to get my body and mind
Ready.
and eyeballs ready. I could not act like a fan. Like, I was like, hey. So he looks, and he's like squinting. He's like pointing at me like, I know you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hi, I'm Scotty. So
You know me.
right. So he's like, Scotty, what's up? Blah, blah, blah. How you been? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I'm good, just doing stuff. And so I'm sitting there, I get hiccups, and I'm like literally losing, like I'm nervous, looking around, sweating. Even talking about it makes me sweat now. Like I'm like, yeah, so I gotta act cool. Like I gotta act like I know what they're talking about or whatever. And they're talking, laughing. I'm nervously laughing. And then when I'm getting ready to leave, I'm like, I shouldn't probably like stay here. Like I don't know what I'm doing. I should probably walk away. You know what I'm saying? It's not my business. So get my things ready. He was like, you getting ready to leave? I was like, yeah, I'm getting ready to go. He was like, come here. He was like, yo, Scotty, so like tell me about you leaving hot. Like how was that? What was that about? Like, and
So he knew these things about you.
No, but
you
he
didn't.
knew that because we had like before. He was just like, how are things with you? I was like, I'm good. It's my anniversary today of me quitting hot, blah, blah, blah. So he knew that, but he was just asking about it. He was like, so like, where's your mind at? Like, what's going on? And blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, it's my mind. It's there. And like, I went in depth and I talked about it. And I also was like, thank you for talking about meditation. He was like, yeah. I was like, I don't remember and I can't recall. I was like, if you can, please let me know. I was like, of a rapper that talks about meditating and the importance of meditation and also talking to black men about meditation.
Male rapper.
That's not a thing. No. We don't take. So he was talking about how meditation, is something that he needed. He never knew that he needed until it started happening. And he was like, but it's something, I have to learn how to have discipline with it and also keep doing it. When shit is good, you don't really meditate as much because you don't think you need that peace. You think you found that peace, but usually. So then we talked about that. I was like, it's kind of like prayer. You know what I'm saying? We pray when things are so crazy, but when shit gets easy, we're like, I could do that tomorrow. Right. He was like, exactly. It's like that. And then we talked about, we talked about that, but, it was a dream. It literally, like, it felt like I was living a dream. Like, I had dreamt this, and it happened. Like, so that was it. But the shock, I think the shock on my face he saw of me turning the corner and literally seeing, I had stopped everything, like, stopped mid-drink, I was like, what are we doing back here? Like, I just didn't think
that wasn't your first time meeting
Cole. No, I met Cole, but it was on some like, hey, this is Scotty Cole, and he's like, hey, what's up? And then we took a picture, and blah blah blah, and that was it. But this time it was like chilling, like I was sitting there for a while, and he's talking, making jokes, and looking at me and joking, ha ha he he ha, and we're all laughing. I'm like, oh my fucking, this is crazy,
happening,
right? So that's the difference. Like this one, I think actually had some depth to it, you know what I'm saying?
Like a real conversation.
It's something I can tell my kids about. Like, I'm so excited to have kids.
And tell them I'm gonna have kids just to tell them
Now
about J.
I can
Cole.
have
About
kids.
this J. Cole conversation.
Raise these
I've
motherfuckers
never
and let
had a
them
conversation
know.
like that with an artist that I love. You know what I'm saying? I can't even say look up to anymore, or icon, or anything like that. But somebody that I really truly enjoy. Like, I can't really say I've had one. So this changed it for me. I was like, wow. That's deep. And it was on an anniversary of when I legit quit my job, when I decided that I was fucking done. You know what I'm saying? And I was insecure that day, that last year. I was like, I don't know how I'm going to make this shit happen. This shit look good on Instagram. Girl, I don't know what I'm about to do.
Right.
So it's just God. Just God showing you that you got this. You just have to wait this out a little bit. So yeah, that was it. That was a blessing. Thank you.
Yeah.
And he smiled in my picture. He took one picture with me. He wasn't smiling. He was like, and I showed him. He was like, no, let's do it again. I'm going to smile.
Let's do it again.
So I said, okay. So he smiled in that one. I was like, oh, you look so awkward smiling. He doesn't smile. Like, he smiles as a regular person, but I don't think he smiles in pictures. So when I think the picture did well on Instagram because he doesn't usually smile. It's not he don't
Did you
smile.
get a chance to ask him about Kevin's Hart video?
No, I did not. I actually did want to talk to him about that because I was like, if you do happen to listen to BGP, just know that I was not happy about the Kevin Hart video. But I understood. Somebody had actually wrote me about it. And they were like, they were just like, Scotty, I get where you're coming from. But, they were trying to explain the other side of how Kevin Hart had already did his due, but he's gonna pay for it for the rest of his life via public. Like, everybody's gonna think they need to make him feel the pain or stare at him or whatever it is, and it's not even their fucking business. And I think it's just based more on celebrity than, you know, the black woman backing it up on him. I just wasn't a fan.
That's what we were saying.
I know, but you know, I still love him.
Stiletto.
But thank you guys. That's it. And it was a blessing. I interviewed some artists. I have no clue who they were, and I also interviewed some artists I knew who they were. Shout out to Saweetie.
Oh yeah, I saw your post with her.
I like her. We need to hold her up. She's a great person. I like good artists that have good personalities that aren't dead inside. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, Jesus.
You don't understand. Rappers?
No.
Interviewing rappers are trash.
No, I know.
And I don't enjoy it.
And it's just hard to hear.
No.
Because
You're dead inside.
that's
You're dead inside. I
They
interviewed a
represent
rapper-
our generation.
I interviewed a rapper who told me, I'm not going to stop drinking lean. I'm going to die probably doing it.
Wow.
Oh boy.
And, you know, I said, how old are you? He said 19. I said, well, that's going to change. That's going to change. I was like, but he was like, you know, Pimp C is one of my biggest influences. I said, to die like Pimp C or just be Pimp C? Like, what is, and he's like, no, like, I look up to him, but I'm a rock star. Whenever I die, I die. You can't keep thinking that rock star equates dying young. That's not what this is about. There are rock stars that live to see 60, 70, 80. Y'all have to stop. Stop fucking doing that. Y'all just say you want to die young. And I looked at him. I was like, rest in peace. All right. Well, there's something I don't have any
Time.
I'm not gonna do this with you.
Right. Also, it's for attention. And if you think you need that much attention, seek a therapist. But they don't want to hear that shit. He's 19. His name is Comethazine.
Wow.
He's signed to.
I don't know. But it's shit like that. I'm looking at people who sign people like
Right,
this, and I'm
right.
like, wow, how could y'all let this? Like, y'all don't care. Y'all
It's
are
like
really
Ren
in
and
it for the
Tim.
dollar, right?
The
And Brown
is
Sugar.
mine.
Right.
That's my
Yo,
favorite
that's
movie.
so true.
Like,
My
it's
first
literally-
in line. Gotta
Gotta
get
get
that bitch.
That's my shit.
Oh,
But yeah,
so
it's
true.
crazy. Some of these
Ren
artists
and
couldn't even
Tin.
speak to me eye to eye, give me eye to eye contact. Like,
People don't have eye contact.
but these rappers, one dude said, I can't talk to you, man. I was like, why? He's like, you too pretty.
I can't.
I said, you can't have a conversation with a woman because she's too pretty. He goes, you know, man, you know, niggas get it.
No.
I was like, all right, Revolt TV. Like, it's shit like that. I'm like,
sad
oh.
And that's it for your.
Right, but also you gotta remember, these artists don't get pussy. Some of them just started getting pussy.
Oh my
Some of these
God.
artists just started getting attention from women. Some of these artists don't know how to speak to women. And it's not different. There's no difference. Like, you can speak to me how you speak to a male interviewer.
person.
That's cool too. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to
Yeah,
keep
from
it.
your side, your perspective is that easy, but for them, it's a whole different experience.
Especially if you like one of the few and far women that they've been around in a
Right.
while. I'm not gonna know how to interact
give you
with
my
you
pussy.
They
either.
got out of jail.
No, of
No,
course,
but
I'm here
the
to ask you
intimidation.
questions.
I love that you have the
Just got the
perspective
pin.
of being a young black man that old with maybe maturity issues, maybe hasn't hit or peaked in puberty yet, has all this money, being enabled. Like, there's so many layers to what their perspective is in speaking to you that maybe like take that in consideration. Like, it's not easy to talk to women for every single guy. Like, you know, growing up naturally, you'll just pitch your chance and pitch your shot as you go on in life, but there's a lot going on in their lives current day because
I'm asking you questions.
Doesn't
clear-
matter.
That
Doesn't
are
matter.
the
It's
easiest
a
questions
woman.
to answer.
It doesn't matter.
You're a woman.
It's intimidating, period.
It boils
so
down to simply male to
trizzy.
female conversation and connection.
I don't think it's any
is
different.
mine.
I don't really think it's that different from you being super attracted to a guy that you might be like, oh my God, I can't believe like this. He's right here in front of me. I don't know how to like speak to him. It might be
No.
something similar to
But
that.
you might have peaked already in that point of that space of maturity where you're like, okay, I feel this, but I'm not going to emit this.
Right.
I'm not going to express that.
An
I'm not gonna be
interview for
weird.
5 minutes, you mean to say
Doesn't
like,
matter.
In this
Yes,
mind,
yes.
this happens to men who are like, hey,
Doesn't matter.
I'm not mature enough to have an interview.
They don't know that they're not mature enough. They don't know they don't have emotional control and stuff like that. They don't know that. They're not cognizant
No,
to that.
this nigga was 30.
Oh.
Who I'm talking about?
Oh,
What are you
left
talking
that
about?
out.
Some of these rappers are our age.
48.
that's
Just
different.
starting.
That's way different.
What are y'all talking? Yes. The artists, some of these artists can't keep eye contact because they clearly have insecurity issues or can't. They just can't. Some of them I feel bad for because they probably can't have a conversation. It's not easy. You know what I'm saying? Or want to come out speaking eloquently and then like
Get nervous.
or whatever.
Right.
I understand that. I don't understand niggas that acting weird about women. Like, I was with DJ Damage, who was also co-hosting with me. With them, what's up, my nigga? Hey,
Well, yeah, 'cause it's
what?
easy.
Cool, blah, blah, blah. Sitting down with me, it was like, hey, how you doing? So I just wanna, produce. I produce
Yeah,
and I
because
sing. And
they're intimidated. I don't know what you don't get about that.
Well,
It's very
it's not
simple.
what I get. It's somebody's doing. Like, it has to happen. A manager, somebody who says, hey, we're gonna sit down and try to figure out how you're gonna speak to women because this is fucking ridiculous that you're 30 years old and you don't know how to speak to women. Or, hey, noticing, hey, it's woman and a man, right? So you can speak to both interviewers the same. It's possible. You know what I'm saying? It's totally possible.
That's
Some of
that
them were really
training.
good at it. But it was annoying. And I tweeted it and everybody agreed. Ebro called me. He told me he was proud of me. That was a good feeling because Ebro
Hey,
rarely
Ebs.
says things like that. Well, that's my father. He's not gonna say it all the time. Says it when it's needed, I guess. Once every 4
I don't believe that,
years.
but okay.
Y'all ever seen Ebro say he's proud of me?
Yes.
When?
He posts. I feel like he posts about you and talks about you. Maybe it's just me. I don't know.
You lied.
I've heard him say
but
it.
that's like my father. Like, that's like my father figure. So yeah, but it was a good thing to hear, and yeah, it was dope. Anybody else?
Anybody else? Well, I guess I will speak.
What have you been up to, Leash? A lot.
Leash a lot.
Leash a lot.
Leash a lot. No, I'm saying, what have you been up to, Leash?
Nothing. I've been
A lot.
working. Besides scratching my
in the
eyelids
comment.
out because my allergies are kicking my ass. I've been working. The show finally came out, so I could talk about it. Karen Civil is the host of Good Looking Out.
It's a really good show. I watched
you.
it.
And let the people know your capacity involvement. Hello.
I'm getting there, Ma. So I was an associate producer, and I had some production coordinator duties as well. So I kind of like helped facilitate the shooting the day of. I didn't touch a camera or edit or do any PA stuff. So that was kind of like
Oh,
Hi.
pass. PA shit, bitch. You don't know what that is.
I know.
Pennsylvania.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
So I did a lot of like note taking with the help of some other coworkers. I helped get casting. I did some casting stuff on there. So it was really cool. We're on episode 2. Next week we'll have episode 3. Episode 2 was Kevin Lyles. Episode 1 was Ryan Leslie and Gary V. So it was pretty good. There's some other good people coming up. So
I like
To have
listening to
Gary
Gary
V's
V.
though.
huh?
I like listening to
Gary
Gary
V.
V.
Gary V
incredible,
is-
man.
He makes it sound like it's really just this simple.
He's
It's
so
really this basic, guys.
Because part of it actually really is. It's just the thought process
It's really just decision making and being consistent with it.
and changing your thought process.
Changing your thought process.
Like literally everything we've ever talked about in
She's not
31
buying it.
episodes.
No, I like Gary V. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to Gary V.
Gary
Shout out to Gary
and
V.
the Gary
No,
V'ers.
sometimes when he says motivational things, sometimes it comes across as like, all right. Like, I was like, I don't
It's too aggressive.
I don't
Saturday
get it.
morning
I don't think
special?
it's aggressive. It's yeah. It's like a
what?
Saturday morning special. Like
Oh.
I'm like, okay. Just the motivational things. Like
No,
he was
that's
like,
everything.
You can be
Oh, just
you
everything
can
he
be
talks about.
whatever you want to be. And I'm
No,
like,
it does
okay,
not come off.
Gary.
It comes
This
off
is-
way more real nigga shit
Yeah.
than that.
Gary V.
No,
But
but
no, I love his other shit.
yeah, he was really good on the episode. Very to the point, quick. But yeah, so that was it. We got a lot of good feedback, especially from the guests that were actually on there. They actually really enjoyed the show. It was sponsored. That's the reason why I was even a part of it, because my job there is to work with branding and clients. So that show was actually sold. My manager, Cameron DuPaul, was the one who created the show, and I just was kind of like his soldier underneath him, helping him execute it. So Yeah, I'm proud. I have that on my resume,
We're
man.
proud of you. Go, Lee.
Hey,
Thank
thank
you,
you.
guys. I was
Prices.
sick when I
No
saw
pie.
my credit.
No pie.
So yeah,
But shout out to the pies.
Shout out to the. Do your shout out. What happened to your disclaimer, yo?
The pie?
Yeah, the pies.
Oh,
The
yeah. We
pies.
forgot about y'all.
But shout out to y'all.
We out here.
But other than that, I'm
PAs.
just trying to get a social life back because I felt like I was losing it a little. And that's it.
Are you dating?
Whoa. The question
Bah,
is.
bah,
We haven't talked about our dating lives.
Good. Not gonna start with me. Next.
Man, that's crazy.
We could know because I feel like it's gonna go on too long. We could talk about it and talk about everybody else, and then I'll go back to it. I don't mind.
Okay, that's cute.
Okay, Gia.
Hope we forget about it though.
Nam yo horenge.
Same.
You've been busy, booked in 2 BET announcement yesterday.
I did the BET announcements.
Yes.
Yesterday. It was
With
cute.
that voice of God.
Oh,
better go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it
Had
was.
some stuff.
I heard it
And.
all the way from where I was.
Jesus.
I did,
Oh,
honey.
yeah, I got some stuff.
Ooh. And sorry, I'm just not here today, y'all.
Step into the box.
Step into the box and
That's what he said.
talk with Yvonne Orgies coming up.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna be cute at the BYOB's
Conference.
Just as I said, hey girl.
You better.
Yeah. My best friend
Come
wants
to that.
Get up. You better. Best
I
friend.
wish I could see me gyrating.
No, that voice.
Ever.
Gyrating. She was twerking down on that couch. Do it like that. But no, yes, that will be incredible. I'm excited for that. It's gonna be like, that I don't know. Have I done a keynote conversation before? No, it's my first keynote conversation, so that'll be fun.
That's dope.
And then
Are you dating?
what is happening in life? Oh, am I dating somebody?
Yes.
Why are you trying to get into
I
that?
know.
You
I
saw
know.
it. She's crazy how she be like, and then
I know.
and then
She snuck that shit.
and crazy. I feel like I have something else to say. Oh, it's not about my life, but I just want to announce there is a march for Shakisha Clemens on May. I would have my phone, but we put our phones away. Now we will tweet it. But it's in Alabama, and the Tamika Mallory went on the Breakfast Club this morning and was just talking about how exactly what we were talking about, how like we really got to start standing up for each other, and how like there has been no outrage, no protests of Waffle House, and so she was just like, basically the city that she's in brought criminal charges against her,
What?
even though she clearly did nothing.
Nothing.
She's facing 3 criminal charges right now. Get the fuck out of here. Yes. And so she has one of them is for resisting arrest.
Oh my god.
And the entire city has decided, pretty much to gang up on this like young girl, like the sheriff, everybody is speaking out against it.
Wow.
Though she was body slammed over plasticware. And her boobs were exposed. And she told Tamika apparently that she was touched like, inappropriately. So she was just like, it's very important. And they tweeted out the women's march is actually doing the march in Alabama. So definitely like I'll tweet out, we're going to tweet out more information from
like to
the
go.
podcast thing. Yeah, because but if we can't make it, and I actually think it's this weekend, but if we can't make it, then that you can donate money to her cause and her lawyer fees. But I'm like, that's the craziest thing I've ever heard in life. She's getting charged
That's sick.
3
Yes.
charges. So this is America.
Yeah.
America.
Won't catch you slipping though.
Oh yeah, and the hashtag
Oh. They won't.
the hashtag is justice for Shakisha. And I was saying her name wrong, y'all, last episode. Thank y'all to the people who reached out. I didn't know no one had ever said her name
She
before.
also,
before?
she's
Shakisha.
yeah, we were butchering it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna
Shakisha.
just keep letting Gia say it, but
sorry.
she's following us, y'all. She's
Wow.
linked in with us. So what we're doing, just off of that was 2 episodes ago, and just by like tweeting and getting her name out there, it's something.
Yeah.
So
We're trying,
Yeah.
but if all thousands of our listeners I met people from Toronto, from DC, men, like Toronto, we have listeners in Toronto.
Well, we
We have
also
listeners
have
in
South-
Africa.
I was gonna say South African
South
listeners
Africa.
too.
Like, yo, tweet us where y'all are at because we definitely want to be like.
Fly us out. Like, let's go. Like, I'm not trying to play with y'all. South Africa. I've been.
What?
Let's go. Fly us out.
is
All
not
5
lying
of
If
us.
you have a budget and an organization and you want 5 incredible black
Shit,
women
if you
to
don't
come,
have an organization but you got the budget, like fly us out. We'll make the organization
if
for
you want me to get a
Organization.
visa and
I'm
be
like-
a student,
I'm like, who y'all want to fly us out? Because where are these people?
if you are a prince
Thanks.
and you
Okay.
legit just want to fly us out so that we can have a conversation
can't.
with
If
you.
you want Black Girl
Nice.
Pie from Wakanda, please let us know.
Right.
Wow.
We will come. I'll shave my hair. I'll be doing
And
Milage.
We single, some of us, all right?
How many of us are single? We'll get
4.
there.
4 of us. 4 of us are
Smooth
single.
4 of us.
4.
4 of us.
I was about to say what?
Speaking of 4 of us,
That's
Rebecca, what you been up to?
4 you lonely bitches.
She was like, you measly peasants.
I didn't.
The 4 of you hoes.
Yes.
I am
You
not
they.
single.
Right.
I am with
Measly.
You
With
worthless
peasants.
souls.
How dare you, lonely soul.
Wow, that's sad that you can't keep a man.
Sounds personal.
Sounds crazy. Isn't that cute?
Yes. Wow.
4
Ooh,
can't
you
keep
have
a man.
commitment issues. That sounds
There are all
dope.
these
Wow.
insecurities
God
popping up. I
bless
didn't say
you,
not
though.
one of these things.
That's so cute that you're single and by yourself.
And sleep alone. I don't know what that feels like, but tell me about it.
Ooh, summer 18. Ooh, turn up. Ooh, sis.
But relationships are hard. Don't think that it's all
That's
peaches and
a
cream on this side.
fact.
Grass is greener. Relationships are fucking
That is a
hard.
fact.
Hard. We you know
Telling y'all.
we working on communication.
Yes.
You know, the first year's always the honeymoon, and it's like I like you, you like me, I love you, you love me. I mean, we got that established, but then you start seeing like,
Oh, this is how you
hey,
are.
like I thought this by this time things would change in this area, and you thought that. But then it's working on communication and knowing how to talk to someone. So it's like the communication one, and then like I said, learning how to say what you need to say to somebody so that it's well taken, and it's not like I feel like you're being antagonistic or you're picking at me or you're judging me or whatever the case.
Dang.
So it's
Real shit.
It's someone brand new and doing everything all over again. So whatever you've done in your past relationships that you thought worked for that, brand new person,
Jesus Christ.
brand new
Back door.
game, brand new rules, brand new strategies. So
Okay,
it's
well,
work.
Shout out to summer 18. Then.
Right.
Okay.
But as far as what I've been up to, well,
Ooh, smile.
That's a lot of teeth.
We see
there.
the wisdom. The wisdom
Great.
teeth
Lot
are
of teeth.
currently exposed.
Network television, seeing my name in the credit reel was a very nice.
What? Tell us.
Channel surfing.
Was really what?
It is.
Channel surfing.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
it's a special that aired like during Weed Week, so it's been a while now. But I just realized that like, wow, my name was actually on TV as like
That's
a
lit.
legitimate
On Vice
position
channel.
In
on
the
Vice,
lights.
in the credit reels. You know,
Good feeling.
Look at y'all getting y'all
Resume
credits
moment.
up.
I mean,
Crazy.
Producing ain't shit.
No pause. And shout out to the PAs. You guys
Shout out
work
to the
really hard.
pods.
There's
We
no
actually
press.
would like
Now,
There's
shout out to
nothing
the
that
pods.
runs
Now, we
away.
need y'all.
Right.
For real. Now, yeah, we need y'all.
No, we need y'all.
Don't go anywhere.
Can you pick this picture for my social? Go ahead.
that was a
That's a fucking intern.
No, that
We need y'all though.
we need y'all for that.
no
like,
for fact.
yo,
I was a PA for years,
I was
my
gonna
guy.
say,
Ain't nothing wrong with
nah,
that.
PAs,
That's what I'm
nah.
saying.
PAs.
Shout out to the PAs.
Deadass, get y'all Instagram
Right.
pictures. Take like
Even
y'all
when-
need to get that up. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as a PA, nah, that's what
Stop
usually
speaking.
like. Shout out to PAs.
Stop
I
speaking.
need them pictures.
Thank you.
Y'all gotta get good at it though.
not
No,
just
seriously,
that.
because
No, some
You're
y'all
not
take
take
an
just
iPhone
good.
photography class.
Right.
You're not just good at pictures. You good at
No,
PAing.
but get good at that too.
But
Stop.
the day of on set, like
Speaking.
when you
That's what
not
I
on
mean.
camera,
right?
you know, holding the camera, like
Deadass.
You good at
You
PAing.
not touching the camera. You touching my iPhone.
Thank you.
What else have you been up to?
Diani. Rebecca, continue.
We were all there once. Trust me.
Oh,
Bye.
yes.
that's how
Yes.
I got in with mag women that like are my
Hello?
mentors. I
Take
was
it
like, you want this pic, sis?
Yo,
Got angles for you.
Hey.
What is you saying? I'm up at the top. I'm at the bottom.
I was Angie's extra picture lady. Like I was like, what you need? What you need from me though?
I got this side angle.
all
That's
these
me.
They
things.
I
get that
bet you
angle.
ain't seen this angle though. You ain't.
angle.
Look at this
No,
angle.
For
Bring in the
real.
lights.
I really hate y'all.
Actually, I think that you should do it with the light up here. Picture down there.
Don't ask my opinion. Don't ask my opinion.
Get it poppin'.
Oh no, you should ask this. And they actually just tweeted this.
I'm telling you. PAs,
Yeah.
papas.
Get in where you fit in. Okay, but back to you.
Right.
Just that. I'm gonna bring it down. This is gonna be maybe it's not a sad statement. I feel like I'm saying it before we get to you, but maybe we'll circle back instead of. I feel like I'm not living life.
Oh shit.
I just feel like life is happening. Like I don't feel like I'm living. Like I'm not actually, excuse me, living life. It's just
Intentionally.
Intentionally. It's just like things are happening, and I'm just doing the work that gotta get done. But then it's like, what did I do today? What did I do last week? Like, there's no markers or moments or like benchmarks for me. Like even the credit reel, I'm just like, oh yeah, that happened.
That was dope.
But then I'm like, yeah, that happened. Like,
Do you feel like? Because I feel like that. I feel like
Me too.
I mean, but I've also been. It's even worse for me because as a freelancer, like you really have to be intentional and aware about what you're producing, or else you will have a day where you're just like, I ain't do shit today.
Right.
So I hear you, but do you feel like I'm thinking, do you feel like it's just of the times because we see like people's highlights reels and we're like,
no,
I'm
actually,
not doing it, or do you really think you're not living?
I've been feeling like that on and off for a while. Actually, speaking to my therapist about it. Exactly.
What's a while? Just curious. What's a while? Like a few months or like the last 2-3 years? Just curious, cause
a few years.
Okay.
Moments happen, but it's always like it's the peak, and then it dies down. Actually, like it fizzles out eventually, and then it's like, what's next? Like I'm grabbing enough of my life, and I was gonna say something else. Fuck.
We were talking intentional. We were talking
intentional grabbing. Like, oh no, because I've been recently watching like documentaries on like Dorothy Dandridge, on Billie Holiday, on just individuals from the Harlem Renaissance. I'm just what a life lived. Like what a even if, I mean, this is not to like promote or laud the fact that they did turn to drugs and alcoholism and depression and stuff like that. Most of them did pass away from just abusing of substances like that, but it's like their life up until that point, and even in the darkest moments, it's like it's a life of like, though negative, I hope no one takes it the wrong way, though negative, it's still vibrant, it's still like there's still energy of it. I know it's really weird to phrase it like that, but it's still a happening in your life.
But that's what documentaries are meant to do.
I know, like to kind of
you would have a poppin' documentary
as
right now.
Living. Yeah, I think anybody would have a poppin', like a
produced
about.
So maybe
people
it's
talk about them.
The highlight reel of Instagram before Instagram.
Exactly. Right. Because I'm sure Dorothy Dandridge had different, would say something different. You know what I'm saying?
Lots of lows.
There's a lot of lows. And I think that's part of life. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, where you have moments where it's like, this ain't it. No, but not even that's it. It's just like, hey, I'm just here. Like, I'm here. Yeah. I feel stagnant. I feel like I'm collecting a check. I think I'm sitting home. I'm doing, I have a traditional way of day, and some people don't like that. Some people like traditional days or like the regular routine of days. Right. Some people just feel like, no, I need something to spice it up a little bit.
And that's what I was gonna say. And I've talked to you about this long time ago. I really truly believe you don't feel like you're living in your purpose because you're not using your creative side. You're allowing yourself to just
Thank you.
No, I've literally
Jesus Christ.
I've been telling
Mary and Joseph.
Wait.
Thank you.
No.
Yes. Hail
She
Mary,
has
full
more.
of grace.
No.
Moses.
I
Noah.
will say this.
Wait.
What
go
about
ahead.
Deuteronomy? We always forget about him.
I've
That's
been giving
a book in the Bible.
Time to
because you really get on
to continue. It's fine to continue doing more creative things and like being like, no, you think this is dope. Follow through with it. Execute it. Make it happen. So I've been like purposely putting myself
stuff like what though?
Like specifically for BGP.
Well,
or
yes.
even like personal projects of mine, like the photo shoot and just doing
recently.
Things
yes, but even still, I don't think those. Thank you for doing all of that as well. Thank you for doing stuff for BGP. But I don't think that's fulfilling your need for like your creative mind. Like I've been telling you that I think you should be writing because that's what you love to do. You're really good at writing. And I've been telling you should just start, even if it's just taking a journal and just writing pages in a book.
More frequently too.
So I think once you get to a place where you feel like you can start executing your writing or like producing something out of your own works, your own ways, and your own creative mind, then I think you'll start living in your purpose. I just think you have so much creative stuck in your brain and you're looking at, again, everybody's highlight reel of living life, and what you see is them, being who they are, that you're like, damn, I'm not doing enough, when in fact that you just have it there. And I'm speaking to you, but I'm speaking to myself too. You just kind of just got to do it. Like, you really need to just do it. You're too fucking smart and eloquent with your words for people not to hear. Honestly, I guarantee you, even if you wrote a 5-page book and put it out right now, everybody on BGP that listens to us will absolutely purchase it.
On a dead.
I'm writing Saphira's book, by the way.
I
think you should write your book. I think you should write
you
Saphira's book.
Write Saphira's book, by the way.
I think you should also write your own book, because I think your story is just as compelling. But I think you need to start just really living in your creative, because you are starting a new job that probably has way more responsibilities. So you're putting
and there's
all
no
of
color
your
in the job that I'm at right now, which is why when you had asked me, does it fulfill you? And I was just like, nope.
color in
It was
terms
like
of what? People?
In terms of
or just creativity,
the
or both?
capacity of the
Got
position.
it.
It's really just logistical and
Yes.
just numbers crunching and making sure this dot connects with this dot when it needs to. Like, there's no like input. I'm not.
And I feel you on
No
that.
invitation to be a producer, creative, like contributor to a piece of content or anything like that. It's like, this is your role and only your role.
Right.
Do you want to do stuff like that? Like, would you, like, on side projects, like, do you even have time? Like, can you make time to do that?
I can make time. I've been making time to do
Yeah,
stuff like that.
because I mean, there's so many people out here that need a you, like, on their sets. Like, the other day, I mean, I know we said we're gonna talk about this later, but the other day we had an incredible photo shoot that you and Saphira put together, and it was like, we came. It was one of the best sets I've ever been on, child. And as a person that like be on sets a lot.
Yes.
I came in, I had a robe.
Yes.
I had a nightie that
I had China slippers.
it didn't really fit me well, but it don't matter. And it wasn't my thing. But
Yes, we did.
the makeup artist was on point. The
Shout out to Aloe.
guys, the people y'all hire, Pink
But I just feel like that's like,
Pink Pig
that's
Productions was
low-hanging
fire.
fruit.
Is
Wow,
No,
but
well,
that's you're so
no,
talented
I'm not
at that.
offending anybody by saying that. I just feel like that's
Easy.
like, I could do that because I do that for work. It's
Exactly.
just event planning. Like,
Who do
that's,
you look up to? Because I honestly see you like an Alex L, or like someone who like you are so, I feel like, in tune with how people feel that you should be creating like content that like those poems, like those like the things you say. It doesn't matter.
not poet, but just
hers
writing.
aren't poems, but they're more like quotes. But she puts them out, and I feel like your thoughts could go viral, like the way people relate to you.
Rebecca could
is
also
dope.
put out an entire script for an entire something. Like, you could be writing for Insecure today.
stop looking
You
Giving
could-
the side eye.
No,
of life.
but I've
'Cause
told you
probably
this
what
before,
Saphira's been
too.
saying forever.
But we've had these conversations before.
I
as
mean,
well.
I'm just really speechless over here. I don't even have the words because you guys are just saying everything
Yes,
that
but
I've said. I mean, if we're gonna intervene, I love an intervention. If we're gonna
We're
do
not
that
gonna
right now,
intervene.
We're not
Nope,
intervening.
Nope. We can move right
You
along.
know, you
heard
know.
heard you.
wow, that's crazy.
How you doing, Saphira?
Wow, that's crazy.
Yes, Saphira, we need to talk about you.
Thank you
Although
guys,
I would
though.
like
Thank
to.
you.
I would like to give a creativity offer as well. Pitch. You know
That's what I'm saying. Bring it back.
Can't.
No,
Bring it back.
I would just like want. I would also like for you to talk about your experiences. Write about your experiences. I think you're a very interesting being.
Look
You know
at
what I'm
that.
saying?
You are an alien, bitch.
Right.
No, that's not what
No,
she
that's-
said.
That should be in your
No,
Instagram
Cash
bio.
calls me an alien all the time.
Yeah.
That should be your
But
Instagram bio.
not necessarily poems
I am an
or
alien.
poetry. You know what I'm saying? I would like to
But
read
they're
about
so embarrassing.
No.
No,
No, they're not.
They're not.
what's embarrassing.
It's like
Poetry
no,
or
no, no, no,
your
no,
story.
like the experiences.
Okay.
Because
Here's the
it's-
thing.
It's embarrassing because I haven't come to peace with what happened. So I'm just like, I'm not yet settled with it. So to
But
put
maybe
it
that'll
out there.
help you.
So here's
Other
the thing.
We're 20,000 people,
Here's the
and then
thing.
another 20,000 once they.
So
right.
we have something called,
Maybe
I don't know if
that's
you've
right.
heard of them before, but there's this group called Black Girl Podcast. And they
Wow.
do some,
Wait.
have you heard of them? So what they
Black
do,
Girl podcast.
yes,
Okay.
Black Girl.
podcast.
Because I always see other ones that think
Podcast.
they're girl podcast. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
No,
So-
that's such a concept, though.
Right.
that is.
So
What is that?
what they do on their show is
Yeah.
they are transparent. And you know what I realized?
What happened?
People fucking relate to transparency even when we're
No,
most
they
embarrassed.
don't.
That's crazy.
That's dumb.
Can you believe that? No,
these things.
So
never.
you should take a listen to a few of their episodes.
I will. What
And you
episode would
probably
you guys suggest? Because I think
1
you guys
to
have
30.
1 to 30.
1.
Yeah.
1 to 31.
Yeah.
And I think that you'll learn something
Yes.
from them, that transparency actually works even when we're uncomfortable with it.
Oh, it's very uncomfortable.
I remember this one episode where a few of them had some breakthroughs.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Yeah. God bless.
Which one?
Yeah.
1 to
Probably every
31.
single.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I think you should just, when you get some free time, you got to go to the podcast app. I think it's iTunes and SoundCloud.
That's right. And if you don't have an iPhone, it's Stitcher.
It's on
Stitcher.
SoundCloud. Okay, right.
And
right,
just see
right.
how transparency will work even in your moments where you're, uncomfortable with it. Just saying.
Okay, I'll write it out first.
All right.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Sophia.
Yay! We just got a New York Times bestseller. Okay, go ahead.
Right?
Literally, very possible.
I've been good. I am learning to face things head on and not
Yes,
to get away from me. Thank you. And learning, you came up on me. No, I'm just learning.
so cute
I'm
to watch
learning to
Best
face
Friends.
things head on, and I'm learning to not let things fall to the wayside. I'm also learning to be a better adult daughter to my mother.
Wow.
So yeah, I mean, it's been a lot of changes. Some that I'm not proud of, some that I'm not happy about, but I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Like, what y'all want to know?
You've been
I'm just-
handling everything.
I'm
with
just
grace,
trying
by the way.
to that's it. I'm just trying to move gracefully through life.
Shout
are
out to
doing it.
learning. This is growth.
You're doing it beautifully.
Thank
Growth
you guys.
is popping
Yeah,
at all times.
it's an interesting.
Also, your book should come out because let me tell you something. I buy that bitch fast.
I mean, I'm really interested to one day I really just want to make my mother so proud. That's really my main focus right now. And then when it's time to write the book, we'll help so many people.
Yes.
Do you want to talk about the changes in SassBox?
Oh, SassBox is doing good. SassBox is doing really good. Thank you for asking. I have a influencer network. It consists of 6 influencers. And so far, we've worked with Harmless Harvest. And I have an upcoming project with Christmas as well with a couple of small brands.
At Christmas.
At Christmas, yeah.
Chris, M-I-S-S. Just putting it out there because they might be thinking
I thought you were
Christmas as
talking
an
about-
Oh,
holiday.
no. I'm talking about Christmas. She's an influencer. And her Instagram name is
Shout out to
at
Reckless.
Christmas_. And it's Miss is spelled with 2 S's. But anyway, we have a super cool project coming up next week, actually, with some other Black-owned women businesses.
Yes, Black-owned women.
Again, I just did some content and an event with Harmless Harvest Coconut Water. Actually, Bex shot the video for it. I worked with
Look at that.
another
High
influencer,
97
Lauren
was good
Miller.
for
So,
something.
I mean, SassBox is doing really, really well. I'm proud of the growth and I'm proud of where it's going. This is a new
took
leaf.
control.
I will say
took a new
this.
attitude.
Watching you from the outside, I can absolutely see you taking control of your life with everything. With
Do you
every,
think so? 'Cause-
absolutely.
'cause
I
at
texted
one
you today
point
about
I
it.
wasn't like.
Well, not really. I said
Yeah.
you're doing amazing with social.
Thank you.
But what I really meant underneath that, right?
Right, like do wait, bitch.
What
You
I
ain't doing all
really
of it.
meant
Nah.
was that I can see that you're starting to. I don't want to say take things more seriously,
Mm-hmm.
but just literally just grabbing life and just saying I can control where
What I
tomorrow
can.
would be, literally what your next 6 months could look like.
Yeah.
I was texting somebody today that was like, there's no reason that y'all can't have $1 million within the next year if y'all just do what y'all need to do. Like,
Yeah.
there's no reason you are not going to get a show with Diddy in the next 3 months. There's no reason why we can't be on network television. We just have to start taking it seriously. Not that we're not, but what you say?
Alicia V. Like Gary V.
Got it. I gotta
I
curse a
see
little
it.
more, but he was saying that he was like, there's so many opportunities out there that we're just letting go to the wayside. And something he said that made me really say shit. He was like, y'all need to hurry up before you let other people sit at another group of 5 sit at the table.
Well, right now there is currently only 5 at the table. Thank you for that sound advice.
No, I mean,
Nah, I'm
like,
fucking with
you know what I mean?
No,
Just
that's
like,
a real.
That is
that's
true.
a fact.
That's a real word of advice.
Because let's not forget, we're also, encouraging people and influencing people to do certain things as well. We just have to start pushing and going. And I feel like you and as well as Rebecca have been the backbones. You've literally been the backbone since the beginning.
Well, listen, I mean,
were.
I told you guys
I was talking about
earlier,
it today.
I just want to make the bacon. You know what I'm saying? That's really it. I want to bring
Black Girl
home
Pod
bacon.
sponsorship opportunities are available.
Yes, Oscar Mayer.
And great.
You know what I'm saying? Anybody.
No, that's so true.
It's a
Leash.
fact.
I mean, if I'm being 100
Hundo,
right now,
a hundo.
100. That fact that you said about if you don't take life by the lapels, someone will step up and take
Yeah.
it for you.
Yes, lapels.
I am in the process of, how do I even explain it? Realizing that I stopped believing in myself.
Yes.
I gave up on my own dreams. And because I don't know what it was. Something happened within the last 2 years that made me be like, you might not be that good, or you might not be that great. It's a very real thing that's happening that I'm fighting every single day. And so, and I'm not gonna cry today, but there have been major opportunities that have been taken from me because I forgot who I am. And so if you don't feel like, you know, and I for me, I have to it's a daily fight every single day, because as a freelancer, like I said, if I don't push myself to get out of bed, there will be days that I just don't care to get out of bed. Or there will be days where I'm just like, I don't really feel like talking. I don't really feel like being anybody right now.
Putting on makeup, doing your hair.
I went to just look at the things that I've been doing, and I'm like, you haven't really, I know that no one believes me, but it doesn't feel like I haven't been doing anything. Right. And so for me, I have been in the process of I'm so proud of watching you, because I remember last year we were at Division and we were talking about I can't wait till this happens for us. And to see you move has been helping me to actually take ownership of my brand and stuff. And so I'm just proud of you, because I seen you come from this spot where I am, where there's I don't feel like I can do anything, real talk.
Literally, you said that,
But
Safira.
I mean, it takes
the fight of your life. And so every single day I've been Gia, that's not true. You're not feeding into this because you're feeding into this because it's lazy. But if you're actually aware of what you know, and then having people come up to me and be like, your last post helped me get through the day, that's crazy. I was saying that because I needed it. Yeah. But, so I'm fighting to take control of my life and not think about what I need, but think about what I have and the things. So I was just it's been a very real process for me. So when y'all are asking me what I've been up to,
it's very hard to answer.
It's very hard to answer that. I've been fighting. It's been a battle every single day. And so I'm
I
gotta say something though. So it's weird, because the same way you feel about Safira and Safira taking care of stuff, I legit get out of bed because of you.
Y'all gonna make us
all. Y'all really don't want to do this today.
Does anybody have Hennessy?
I don't be No, I'm serious. And I'm a crybaby. So.
I'm crying all the time.
Here's the tissue paper.
Let me tell you.
I can't.
I legit. I'm the most. I never believe I have talent.
All right. Well, end the episode because this is done.
I swear to God, on my grandfather's grave.
Yeah.
I've never been told. No one has ever said, you know what, you have a talent. You know what I'm saying? When I was at high, I searched for people to tell me something that I'm good at something, and I never got that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, got freelance. I was like, hey, so Gia, I watch what you do. I legit watch what you do because I know you have so much power at heart and in voice. Yeah. That I in confidence, and I know, I think you are one of, to me, honestly, and this is no shade to anybody else, you're one of the best hosts I've ever seen in front of a camera. Ever.
I'm gonna cry now.
No, hands up. So when I lay in that bed, I'm like, you know what? I gotta get out of bed because Gia, I know she got to bed. She doing something right now. Now, Broccoli City Fest, right? I was in the car. Did I talk to you guys about that? I was in the car. I was
you were freaking out
with Trish.
Yeah.
I get in the car to go to Berkeley City. I tell the driver, pull over. I was like, I want to turn around. I want to go home. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do it because I don't think I don't have it, right? So call my mom. Mom's like, girl, like, you have it. You got this. You good. I'm like, no. I was like, I'm not good at it. Like, I don't think I'm good at stuff.
Yeah.
I don't, people be like, oh, you so humble. I'm like, no, I don't have confidence.
Right, like
That's
it's
the
not
difference.
humility.
Actually,
I
I'm
really
not.
don't understand
I just
why
don't-
you like me.
I
Like, y'all
don't
niggas
have
gotta move on.
confidence. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've never had confidence, even as a child. It's never been one of my strong suits. You know what I'm saying? So even the driver got involved. He was like, I'm not turning it around. Like,
First of all, this trip is
First of all, I need to get paid.
First of all.
not
No,
enough
but
time.
I was like, I'll give them the money back.
Right.
I'll give everything back. I want to go home. 33,000 people. Shit scares me. Like that kind of. I've
That's a
never
scary
done that before. I've never stood in front. But then I legit said, one, G is gonna be in the crowd, and I know G would be like, bitch, what are you doing?
Yeah, I would cuss you out for sure.
Second of all,
And I don't even cuss like that, but I would cuss you out.
I said, Gia would have done this. Gia would have got on that stage, and Gia would have did it so seamlessly and so perfect that it would, like, I was like, okay, you know what? See, I'm gonna do it. I was freaked, like anxiety on 1,000. Trish is like, I don't know what to do. This bitch is like, I was like, I don't want to do this, but I look to you all the time, even in my mind. I'm legit like, you know what? Gia would do this. You know what I'm saying? Or Gia, even if I want to pass up on an opportunity, I'm like, Gia don't pass up on opportunities. Like, I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? That girl
That's
worked.
crazy.
I
That's
can't.
crazy.
So,
Look at that.
not to say, I understand that where you are right now because I lived that exact life.
Yeah.
But you are legit somebody I look up to when I can't. Like, I can't do it. I can't. You know what I'm saying? And I know you've been doing this longer than me. So I legit stare at what you do. Even the down times, because I know that you rise up, you pull yourself up out of it every fucking time. And it's incredible to me. Every time. So this is temporary. A lot of this is temporary. A lot of these feelings are temporary. A lot of this pain is temporary. But you also have to remember there are people like me who is legit looking to you. I am always looking to you. Always. Oh, Gigi.
Gia, don't cry.
She needs to let it out because
Yeah.
what happens is we create this false facade of
I love you. Thank you.
Okay.
self-doubt and fear. Like, fear and self-doubt are the most trickiest.
That's
and
not even it.
Also,
I really just gave up. Like, there was
Yes.
just so many no's. And I think I come from a family of my mom and dad are so dope. And so
a lot.
when I think of like what I've been doing this past year, it's like I can't wait until just things line up. And I've been fighting for so long, and it's just like, all right, am I not supposed to do this?
No.
Because at the end of the day, it's like, if it was supposed to happen, I just feel like it should have happened. Things should have happened. So it's been tough. But thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
So
people always say like an overnight success. This is your overnight period.
yeah,
This
it's
is
a
your
long overnight. It's tough, and I like feel every single girl that's ever said like, "Oh my God, like I can't believe that." Like, like every girl that went back to their 9 to 5 after being an entrepreneur, because this is hard. This is hard work. Like I've thought about it. I haven't gone all the way to type up a resume because I'm lazy, but I've thought about it, and like I can see why people do go back to it. Like, it's a real life. Like, you know where your money's coming from. Like, that's a real. At 27 years old, I don't want to have like I'm fine, but like I don't want to have to be like mom and dad. Like, I mean, I've never had to do, but I'm just thinking worst case scenario. Like, I would die if I had to call my mom and be like, I don't have it this month. Can you do something?
But it's literally like when you said the fight of your life, like it's literally that. And as I'm sitting here, like, I'm listening to you guys and I'm watching you guys, and I'm just like, you know, like, I've been going through fire and brimstone in my personal life. But I can't bring myself to stop and cry. I can't. And I'm not shading you in any way.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, am I hurting myself by not doing that? Because it's such a fight for your life to get to the next thing, like to make sure your parents are not worried. And like, it's crazy to say it at 28, but yes, to make sure your parents are not worried. Are you okay or are you not okay?
Right.
And sometimes I feel bad because you think about the people that you kind of are indebted to.
The people who like believe in you, and like the people who push you up and pull you up. It's like very real to be.
Yeah.
And
it's also a lot of
and
pressure.
it's weirder for me because I have always been a bigger picture person, and I feel like I came in the game with so much like belief and confidence, and so people expect that from me. And right now I haven't been I've been feeling like a shell of myself because that's like not true to what I believe right now. But I know that's not like true. It's just I have to, like, I don't know, somewhere along the way, I think, like I said, if you do not push into your faith and your beliefs and realistically stay there, like J. Cole was talking about with meditation, if you don't stay in that flow, it's so easy to get out of it. And then once you see I had a good year of just like not believing myself, not really going for things, kind of just letting things come to me. Once you see, now I'm seeing the results of what I didn't do and what I should have done.
Right.
And like how other people are getting opportunities that definitely have my name on it. And I'm like, damn, like I really gave up. Like I really stopped.
Yeah.
So now it's like getting back into like putting everything back into drive, like putting everything back into motion. And it's been a tough battle.
It's a process.
Like, it's an uphill battle.
I was in the same. I was in the same trajectory. I was in the same thing, you know, especially in regards to SassBox, where I was like, last year, late fall to winter, I'm like, man, all right, I did it. I was working for myself. I got fired. Now what?
Right.
I ain't got no money. I don't know what the fuck I want to do with this business. I'm going to go back to work. And that didn't work out. And when that didn't work out, on top of life issues happening, on top of realizing, bitch, you are 28, on top of realizing, and not to put an age on it, not to put like a standard on it, but it's literally the fight of your life.
Yeah. And I just have to remember to fight.
Yeah.
But sometimes
every
it's
day,
easy to
even when you don't
forget.
feel like it.
Yeah.
In recent weeks, there's been days where I'm like, listen, I don't give a fuck about Sue, you. I don't care.
Right.
I'm not getting up.
I think what we forget to remember is that if you think about an actual like boxing match, there's in every round there's also a break. Like it's okay to take a second and break in that moment, because when you fight, you feel like you're not getting anywhere. Sometimes you have to regroup. So it's okay to feel like that, as long as you remember that bell's gonna ring and you're gonna have to jump back in. That's how you gotta kind of have to look at it.
Good analogy.
And thank you. It just came to me.
Very good.
All right now.
So
Alicia V.
Alicia V.
Alicia V.
So, and it's funny, I've been actually contemplating talking about it too, because we've been such on a positive like note with our podcast lately, and I was like, I don't want to mention it, but I was feeling like how you were feeling the last couple of episodes, where you feel like what you're pretty much mentioning today. I've been in the same kind of like, I'm not doing anything. I was such on a rush fourth quarter. I feel like our fourth quarters were all different in a sense, and I felt like my fourth quarter last year was like all on a high, and then out of nowhere just tested with work and just feeling like everything that I thought I knew was trash.
Right.
So I can completely relate to where you come from and feeling like, you know, you giving up on yourself. Like I feel like I've been giving up on my dreams as well. I've had a documentary that I've been wanting to shoot. I brought a $4,000 camera that's chilling, my camera that I've never used to shoot this documentary. It's going on 3 years. Yeah. So, and you know why? Because I don't think I'm good enough to shoot it. I don't think I can speak like how eloquent Rebecca speaks when
I can't
she's
shoot that great either.
But that's not. Oh, sorry. Sorry, it's my alarm. It's Beyonce. She wakes me up in the morning. Let me turn it on.
I was about to say, whose little kids is
I
that?
don't even know why this is on. But
Beyonce.
like, but you see, but everybody has self-doubt and there's confident issues where you feel like, oh, I can't write as well. But look, Rebecca goes, I can't shoot like you. You just gotta.
You know what's
It doesn't
crazy about
matter.
you saying that? It goes back to what you said about when you're watching these documentaries and you're watching, like, these are the moments in their lives where Josephine Baker maybe didn't believe in herself. So-and-so didn't believe in themselves. And this, I mean, like, it's sad to say, like, their downfall may have been turning to drugs or turning to depression. But I think our generation and this society now, we're so far advanced to a point where it's like, we know the things that we don't need to do, but we know the things that we do need to do to be better versions of ourselves. So, I mean, like, that's honestly the whole thing that I've been on. Like, I just literally want to be a better version of myself because of what I feel I owe to my mother, or what I feel I owe to the people who, myself, and also the people who are literally cheering me on. Like, to hear you say that, and I know you guys just had a crying moment, but to hear you say that means a lot to me.
Yes.
That means a ton to me, because it's like there are people who are watching you who you may not think are watching you, who may, you know, like, we girls, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't necessarily think that you're paying attention to what I'm doing because you have your own stuff to deal with. But to think, wow,
I was at
there's
your event.
No, that's not what I'm saying. But like, to think like, wow, Gia is working and doing all these things and going through all these things, but she's also paying attention to what you're doing. Like, that means a lot. I might not be expressing it correctly, but that means a lot, because like, now I know I have Gia. I have Gia to make proud. I have Bex to make proud. I got Scotty to make proud. I can't let y'all down.
That's a fact, though.
Like-
Because we're all also busy, so we kind of like, oh yeah, we know Saphira's gonna do a good bit. Oh, and that's what you think is probably happening, but you don't realize that. Oh, but I'm actually paying attention. That you're. I said that to you today. Like, you have been killing the shit. Like, you literally just said, you know what, fuck this shit. I feel like both of you and Rebecca have both just been like, fuck this. We're gonna figure it out. And I don't know. I don't know. I had, even on Instagram, I had an honesty moment with posting the show. I didn't even want to post the show because I was like, what's the point? Like, I don't think I did anything in it that was good enough for me to brag about. And I said, you know what? Let me just post it. Let me just be honest. This is the reason why I didn't mention Complex. I didn't even think I was going to even be able to last there a month. Surprised I made it to May. And I had to realize, like, regardless of whatever doubt you have, you're still living in that moment. You're still doing things that people, like you said, people are looking at. And it's okay to take a break. It's okay to have your moment and cry and feel like you're not doing it good enough. Just let that be your energy to propel you forward.
For sure.
And
That's a problem for me because I can't even break down and cry about it. I don't even, it's like I just live in that low. Like, I never reach a point where it's like, this is an emotional moment and this is tied to what I've been feeling for X amount of days prior to this. Like, I don't have that, because I'll start crying and it's like something kicks in where it's like, nah, no, not gonna happen. And I literally cannot. The only time I do cry is when I talk about my father, because he just means that much to me. But everything else is like, I can't bring myself to a moment where I just let myself collapse.
Do you try to talk to your father about it?
I told my father I'm gonna cry to his face, and it's like,
but maybe that's
he's
what you need.
I don't want him to think that, like, I don't have it figured out. And he's always saying, like, if you need anything,
That's so tough.
you can come to me. But I don't want him to feel like I had to go to him.
Right.
Like, I just don't want him to feel, he's getting old. He's lost his eyesight a few times. He has diabetes. Like, I don't know how many years he has left, but I don't want to have the last thought of his daughter be, I was worried. I'm worried about you. So I'm whatever idea he has now, I'm sure he does think that, like, things are stable. So I'd rather him hold that
But
than
what if,
be like, she didn't know what was going on
But
by
what
the
if
time
the-
that I was on my deathbed.
But what if the thought of him was that you coming to him was to seek guidance? And what if he's like, she came to me, so she knows that she needs me? What if that's it? You got to look at it in the positive too. And I know you try to think about it realistically as well.
Because
But the other side of it could be, I'm so happy you came to me to talk to me about it. You can't not think
That's
the negative.
he says exactly that, and he's always like, you don't come talk to me anymore. Like, you don't come sit talk to me. And because it's like I can't sit next to my father and not say what it is. So I'll like entertain and just like, yeah, dad, and whatever, and like keep it moving, because I can't stand to be next to him and not really be transparent and honest about things. But he says that, but I still feel bad to endorse that offer from him, because I don't, you know, like.
Don't look at it like that.
He's just.
I'm telling you from someone that wish they could speak to their father like that. Don't think of it like that. Speak to your father
and
about it.
And it's brand new, because I've never talked to my parents like that. Like,
right.
Like really revealed myself to my parents, because they're parents and I'm a child.
Right.
So it would be a brand new thing for me to engage in, and then the conversation of when I'm engaged, it's like, it's just.
But
it's
that
really,
might literally be what you need.
And I will say this, because I don't want you to wait until something happens.
Exactly.
That's why I fear is gonna happen, is that
the conversation to be what it is, because then you're gonna have to take on a whole new role. Like, not only I am your daughter, but I'm also your adult daughter, but I'm also an adult, is what you're gonna have to take on. You're gonna have to become something that you were not ready. You were not prepared. You didn't even see this shit coming a mile a fucking way. But you just got to step into, I think everyone goes through their growing pains. Everybody goes through their process. Everybody goes through their thing where it's like, this is going to shape the woman who I'm going to be. This is going to shape, for our male listeners, it's going to shape the male that I'm going to be. But it's just about stepping up to the plate.
I don't see it as like, obviously it's a forming moment, but it's also, am I going to like that person that I become? And that's my biggest thing, is like, if I don't know, it's a problem for me. Like, I have to know enough in order to make a step with something. Like, I can't be completely blind and then step forward. Like, my faith definitely needs some exercise, for sure. Like,
right.
It's
like, period. And I don't know what I'm going to base it in for me to begin that work on it. Like, I don't know what the base is for that. So it's a lot of things that I'm definitely going through, growing pains, and this job has really like had me face up with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel you.
It's really like fight for your life. It's like, not only is the fight for your life, but you're fighting this shit alone. It's like, you have support, but it is still your life.
You.
And this
it's
is
your life.
You versus you.
Right. And this is why, because I can relate to you on feeling like you can't speak to your parents, because, like, for example, the relationship that Safira, Rebecca, and Deani have with their parents or their moms are completely different than the relationships that myself and Rebecca have.
I mean, Gia. You
No.
said Rebecca twice.
You meant Gia.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Apologies. Yes. So me and Rebecca have a similar situation where you can't speak to your mom for confiding in them because there might be judgment or something of the sort. Not saying that that's your situation, but I'm assuming it's something similar.
She's just not even fucking here to have a conversation.
Right. So it's tough, but what I say to you, because there's a little bit of light with your father in which you can speak to him, and he consistently says, you don't speak to me. I really, truly believe you need to take that opportunity to speak to him. Even if it's not about everything, test the waters with something light. Ask him about how to date a man, something about, or how to love a man, or something of the sort. Start very small where you can start to be vulnerable to the conversation, and then indulge in, okay, so here's the real thing. So I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with my life. How should I fix it? Have the conversation, because I'm telling you, if you do not have this conversation, it is going to hurt you more later.
It's gonna haunt me for the rest of my life.
I'm telling you, because that's how I feel. Literally all the time.
It's not even about me. It's just things I don't know about my dad until he might mention it in passing. Like, I was a preacher in Harlem for X amount of years, and I brought people from Haiti. I had no idea that he ever did that in his life.
And that's why I'm telling you, have the conversation. I didn't know that I was so much more like my father until my father was gone. And it's so crazy that I can't. Every time I think about a camera, an iPhone that came out, or something, the first person I think about is, damn, my father would have liked this. Damn, I could have called my father and asked him. My father would probably be so happy to know that I'm doing video, because he was the first person to make me pick up a camera. And I didn't know any of that until I had to figure out my life 10 years after he was gone. So that's what I'm telling you. Have the conversation with your father, even if it feels like the most painful thing to have right now. Because if you do not have that conversation, it's going to be even more painful later when you know that you can't have it.
Also, parents, parents that are there like to feel needed.
Yes.
Especially when you are an adult. Now,
Yes.
I think we all witness it sometimes with our parents where they'll call us about 1,000 times a day and you're like, Jesus, please. But really inside, for real, it's because they aren't needed anymore.
Right.
And it's
Scary.
scary, like my grandmother, you know what I'm saying? I don't pay enough attention. I feel bad because I don't pay enough attention to my grandmother as I should have. I should, and she likes talking.
Yes.
We are the same person. She's a very strong-willed woman, won't give in, you better not cry. Let's talk about stuff, but we're not going to cry kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So parents, grandparents, if you still have them, just make sure you talk to them so that, they can feel, if it's not for you, you know what I'm saying? It's for them. Just so that they can feel like, okay, my child can still come to me. I'm still needed. Because if that's not the case, I don't know how. I'm not an adult. I'm not an adult. I'm not a parent. I don't know how to feel, but I could just imagine the person that you've raised for so long, saying, I don't need you now. You know what I'm saying? Not saying it verbally, but showing with actions. Like, my mom will always say all the time, even though I talk to her every day, you don't talk to me about what's happening. And I'm like, because I got stuff to do.
Right.
But,
It's true.
we're taking a trip this weekend, me and her, because I feel like we don't talk anymore. So it's super important, especially when you just have one parent.
I have one parent.
I'm just saying one parent. I have two parents, but
Parent that you
but
could
one
speak
parent that was there.
Right. Or that you could relate to, or
Physically,
that you're comfortable with.
like physically and probably mentally, emotionally, whatever, there for you. You know what I'm saying? It's important to feed them because they don't, feed their soul as much as you can because they're not here forever.
And thank you for that reminder, because
They're not here.
what I realized that I've been doing is that I dwell so much on my father sometimes. This is so hard to admit. I can't believe I'm about to say this. But I feel like I sometimes forget about my mom because I dwell so much on my father not being here. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
Because
You have to pour.
I have to
into-
do more with my mother while she's here, so I won't be having a conversation where
and
it's
hard,
like,
and it's a hard thing to even think about, the fact that the person that you legit lay on, like I lean on my mother, is not going to be there one day. And that's the hard part about everything. But
Family.
I really do think if it's not for you, if you feel, I understand.
Right.
I understand that it could feel so fucking heavy, and you're like, I'm putting this load on you now. Now I know you're gonna be sleepless at night about it. But that's what they want.
Right.
That's what they're built to do too.
yeah,
28 years, 29 years,
30 years.
This is 30 years. This is what they've fixed themselves to do, to be this parent. This is the best job of their lives, to some of them.
Literally, no.
But to some of them, I know to your father, he probably being your father was the best job of my life. So why not use me as much as you can?
Trust me.
And
Have
it's
that conversation. Have the conversation,
important.
Rebecca. It's super important. And you're going to feel so good about it. Even if it's a conversation that you already know the answer to, just break the ice with that. Even if it's something that's literally that or just even asking about him. And then you're good with, digging into conversation and picking brains. You could ease your way into a conversation, but talk to your dad. I'm telling you, it's going to make you feel so much better. And I feel like you're going to find out about a part of you that you knew nothing about through him. Super important. And you don't want to have to wait 10 years to figure that out when you can't speak to him about it. And that's just literally speaking from experience.
Well, I'm going to book several things now. I need to go talk to my nana. I need to talk to my great aunt. Like, my mom's mom passed away before my dad asked her to marry him. They went to go get a dress. My mom's mom passed away before she walked down the aisle. And my mom doesn't, like, she's still not a crier. Like, I'm like, bro, like, she lost both of her parents before she was 30, if I was 5, 30, like 7.
And that's so young.
And like, my mom was only 28 when she got married, so maybe 35. And I remember standing with her as a baby at my grandfather's casket, and she did not, I looked up at her and she did not cry. And I'm just like, I remember that. And like, we're so opposite. My mom is gang, thug, like, you need to do this, da-da-da. But like, I always wonder, and I believe that part of the reason why my mom works so much and has so many jobs is because like, once she stops, she has to deal with like so much. So I think she's like,
So crazy.
what's up? What time my next patient is? Da, da, da. And I'm always just very like, Ma, you can
Slow
be
down.
like, you are the most beautiful, talented, incredible person that I have ever seen. And if you can be a person. Like so that's why I'm like, I know I gotta work hard because my mom still can't be a person. Right. So like, I can't wait until I can call her and be like, girl, canceled your patients for the month, bitch. You going to Greece.
Right.
Ooh, like something where
Yes.
it's like, you are able because you don't gotta worry about us. So like, I can't, like, I think this is so dope that we're having this conversation because I feel like a lot of us after this are about to go home and be like, hey mom, just want to talk.
Right.
Just want to talk for like 2 hours. My mom's gonna be like, what's wrong with you? You were just talking. Literally, she called before we started the podcast. Remember? And I was like, all right, girl, I'm partly like, I've been doing that a lot. All right, girl, I gotta call you back. Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for having this conversation.
It's important. I cannot stress to you how important it is. And I seen my father. I seen him while I was on this trip to see my grandmother. And it also just reminded me how incredible my mom is. How strong my mom is. And it like just looking at him, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't know. You know, I don't know how she did it ever in life with 3 kids. It's not even as a grown up. Like, even all of us are grown and whatever. I still don't understand. And my mom's not a crier either. Mm-hmm. She cries about other people. My mom cried. If you say there is a child without a home, she's like, please, somebody. But when it comes to my mom's life and her story, she doesn't, she gets very sentimental about her mom that raised her, not her real mom, but her real mom too. But I think she gets really mushy when it comes to the woman that raised her and my papa, they both passed away. And I guess feeling like too, which we've all, I don't think, felt yet, where you are nobody's child now.
Jesus, in Jesus' name.
Both your parents gone, and you're like,
Lord have mercy.
I'm in here. I'm here alone now. You know what I'm saying? So it's important to talk to your mom about that, and having to have her talk about, are you okay? Because
just talking, it's gonna make you find out pieces of yourself
Seriously.
that you don't even think. Because everyone else can cry today. I will not.
She ain't with us
because
today.
I just, if I start crying,
All
this
of us
is
done
not
started
gonna
crying.
happen. End.
I think what we are for each other, that we don't realize is that like we are each other's support group. And a lot of the times where we can't be like open in these spaces because we feel like people are judging us, or having these preconceived notions about who they think we are. And I think we can be really real here. So I'm so blessed to have you guys who I can talk to, and so blessed to have listeners who respond and, love us and support us. So we definitely we know we've been talking for a long time, so we wanted to wrap up this episode, in a more uplifting way.
Yeah.
Because, we all go through life. Life is hard. And as you've heard from the 5 of us today, we are all going through different things, but that doesn't mean we should stop fighting. And I think the one thing that I took away from today is, first, that I have to take my power back, and I have to take control of my life in a way that like I haven't done in a while. And I think I have to be prepared for the fight and keep fighting even when I get tired, and even when I don't feel at my best. And then realize, again, I have all the things I need. God didn't make me for anything else but to do what he put me to do on this earth. Yeah. So right now, if this is what I have, that's what I have, and that's what I got to make happen. So that's the biggest thing I learned. I'm fighting, and we just going gang.
We
just
all
have to
in
be
it.
fighting
We
together.
all fighting with you.
And ain't no thing, whether we want to do it or not.
I think for me, what I realized today is that we all admire each other, and I don't think we really told each other that until today. Like,
that's a
not
fact.
Not that it
that's
was like a
fact.
secret thing, but
that's
I don't
fact.
think we knew how we look at each other. I think we all thought it was kind of just like a given thing that we fuck with each other in a sense, for lack of a better term.
You love them.
And I think just hearing the dialogue between everybody, I think that was really necessary to hear it, because seeing it and liking it on a picture and saying yes Gia, yes here, yes Scotty Bean, yeah, is different on a picture than actually having the conversation. I don't think we ever allowed ourselves to ever do that.
And also, we're not with each other every single day. Like
right.
Anymore,
so
right.
I'm super happy that happened. And I think the other thing I learned is that it's kind of something I already know. We just have to do more of what we think. We have it all up here, but we just need to do more, whether it's living our creative, calling our moms, speaking to our dads, or just, feeling like you need to take the first step into living in our purpose. And I think we have to start just doing and stop thinking. I think all of us think too much, and we have to just stop for a second and just kind of just do it.
Plan.
That actually probably is into what I was gonna say that I took from this, is that I'm always thinking about how to get to the end, thinking about how to get to the solution, thinking about how to get past something, and I'm not letting myself feel anything, and
or live in the moment.
Feel I've tucked them so deep so far because I feel like they fuck up everything and they don't really guide me properly. So I've just tucked them away and just tried to proceed with logic and strategy in mind. And it's gotten me thus far, but it hasn't been a qualitative distance, because I'm not feeling I'm not feeling enriched. I'm not feeling
feel like you're existing.
I'm just existing. I'm scared of disappointment. I'm scared of just shit that I just have to go through as a person, as an adult, as a human being. I have to go through these things in order to have to feel life. I have to go through these things.
You gotta fight the fear though.
It's not
it's legit. Again, I hate to be redundant, but it's the fight of your life, and then it's an everyday battle too, because you go to sleep and then you wake up the next morning and it's like, I have to face exactly what is in front of me every single day. How am I going to do that? And I think a couple of episodes, a while back, you actually mentioned something, Gia, where you were like, the way that you keep your happiness is this is what it has to be. Because if it's not, and I'm paraphrasing at this point, but if it's not, it's like polar opposite. So I'm choosing happiness. I really think that's it. Even in the face of adversity, even in the face of, family members that you thought would be there forever. It's just, you know what? I'm choosing to, everything is a choice. Everything is legit a choice. I'm choosing to be happy.
Literally.
Despite of my circumstances. I'm choosing to be happy despite of the fact that, that's how I'm figuring what life is really supposed to be. Despite the fact that I have $12 in my bank account, I am going to show up and show out. Despite the fact that I don't think I'm working hard enough, I'm still going to show up and show out. Yeah. We're a bunch of Gary V's tonight.
One thing that I think taken from this is that I'm not the only person with that feels like they are not good enough. Mm-hmm. Though we've talked about it before, I've never heard you, Gia, go in depth about it. And so it really does, kind of help, when I feel like I'm the only person in the legit that thinks that they're. I mean, I'm probably a little bit more, I guess, more emo. You know what I'm saying?
I think we were all emo today in our own way.
No, but whereas like I think I have no talent. You know what I'm saying?
Which can I just stop you there?
Right.
You have talent.
I was about to say,
You're
please.
gonna stop saying that.
You're incredible. And
Yes.
if there is anything that we know, it's that, and I feel like we don't worry about you because we see you shining so much and so hard. And I feel like we always forget to check on our friends. Real talk. I think all of us in our circles are the strong friend. So I think that's why we when we do come here, we can be like, sis, I'm going through it. But I'll tell you now, you're one of the most talented people I know. And when you walk into a room, people can see like who you are and what you have. So
You are a fucking beam, bitch.
Yeah, like quite
Scotty
literally.
Beam.
That wasn't a mistake, that name. That was, that is who you are. So I think we all have to do a good job of like holding up the mirror to ourselves when we can't see each other or when we can't see ourselves. And so we gotta start doing mirror checks.
And I want
you bomb as hell, sis, and I don't know.
I want you to stop thinking you have to find a category of where your talent is supposed to fit. I think
that's my struggle.
I think you're looking
like,
for.
I don't have a.
Think
lane.
you're looking
like,
for.
I feel like my only talent in my eyes is being myself. I've mastered that.
Do you know how many people don't know how to do that though?
Yeah.
No.
Is that a
No.
Yeah, that's a very real thing. That's a very real thing.
So as I was saying, stop.
Yeah, but it's not like a thing that pays. Like it's not a thing that.
I'm sorry.
Sis, you getting paid off of being yourself right now, my guy.
Right, but I'm saying, listen. 'Cause
No.
I'm sensitive already today. Trying to explain to y'all that there's no lane with being yourself. There's no lane of like in the documentaries of Dorothy Dandridge, they can say like she was a great actress. She was, you know what I'm saying?
So
they can say what they say.
And then when
Me, you know what I'm saying? In my mind, I'm like, damn, there's no
You're looking at things from the past, sis. What if you're creating that lane? You have to stop thinking like that. Stop thinking about the people from 1962 and not saying God bless them because they literally paved the way. I'm not like dissing the situation. Stop looking for
title. You know what I'm saying?
Scotty Beam.
When people say, hey,
entered into
Scotty
it
Beam, what you do?
You gotta listen for a
They
second.
entered in this shit like I was just performing at the Cotton Club.
Exactly.
Then I became an actress.
You
Then I
don't
became a
think
spokesperson.
Dorothy
Then I became
Dandridge
an
probably
activist.
felt
Then I
like you?
became-
You don't think they felt like you at some point? Stop
just
for a
followed.
second.
They just-
Stop. Stop. No,
They
you don't think she was like, I'm not good enough. My voice doesn't sound like her or him or whatever the case may be. Stop for a second. Stop
Nina
talking
Simone
and
you
thinking.
have-
ain't sound that
That's what I'm
great.
saying.
You need
Simone
to
is fucking
stop.
Nina Simone.
Right.
Simone sounds amazing.
Yes,
what are we
because-
talking
because
about?
she made that for herself.
Exactly.
She created her
So you need
lane.
to stop looking for that box to check because we're in a completely different time.
Yeah, nobody
with
wants
completely
boxes
different standards, with completely different people that exist in this time that are not looking for what used to be. They're looking for the next thing. And maybe, sis, you are creating that lane, and you need to think about it that way. You really need to stop thinking like, I don't have it. And it's hard to do that because you're looking at what was before and you're looking at the lane that you thought you were going to be in. But like I've said plenty of times, what you think you want to choose for you is not supposed to be for you. He knows what is for you and he's creating that for you, and you need to just believe that.
Amen.
Period, point blank.
Belief is such a real
Amen,
thing.
Nami.
It is. It's hard to do when you don't see it looking like anything else, but you have to do it. You have to do it. And I'm speaking to y'all, but I'm also speaking to myself.
You better preach.
Because I do not do that myself. I'm speaking to y'all and I mean it to me too. So stop, sis.
Well,
Stop.
first of all,
Relax tonight.
yes, no,
I ain't never
seriously.
cried. It's hard.
Guys, we haven't cried in a while.
Right.
This has been the original Black
Just
Girl
want to
Pod.
let all our
Allergies,
listeners
my
know
face on
I'm
fire,
proud that I did not
under
shed
my
a tear
eyes.
tonight.
Oh, so now you a
It's
gangster.
gonna
So
come,
now,
it's gonna come.
wow,
It's
sis,
gonna
wow.
I ain't cry either, sis. We ain't cry. I ain't cry either.
High five. No, but seriously, with
No.
all of this shit that we're talking about, we do need to take care of ourselves.
Self-care is
We
super
do,
important.
Obviously. Also, what we put in and what we use on our bodies will show. Because let me tell you, this summer I'm trying to have the glow of a lifetime.
But that's not fair,
Will
cause
make you glow too.
no,
sweetheart.
Well, then I'm gonna sweat it out somehow.
that's
but
not fair for
Will
you
give
to
your
say
skin
though.
rejuvenation.
Hello?
I tell you.
Sweat will do that.
Yes, it will. What
But you
say?
cheating because you already got the glow, bitch. The
Let
glow
them
is just-
know.
It's just prepackaged.
no, let's stop. No, seriously, but Eve Milan sent us these wonderful masks
Eve Milan.
and sponges. It's a New York luxury skincare company. It was founded by Eden Gilliam. She
He's
has,
an esthetician.
yeah, she has 10 years of experience.
Which is not easy.
No.
Shit.
Entrepreneur.
First of all, 10 years
10
as an
years.
esthetician, that's crazy. No, but she sent us these dope
10,000
masks. So, like,
hours.
one of them it has, like, all natural products, no parabens. It's aloe-based.
Yes, and I love aloe. Let me tell you something about aloe.
Yeah,
She
you've
is
been
the
on
aloe
Aloe
preacher.
I'm telling you, aloe will change
You
your
will rub
life.
an aloe plant all
over my body.
Yes, you
Yo,
will.
you know
Every
what's
single
crazy?
day.
Yo, our moms had the secret back when I was a child, like 5-6 years old. My mom used to water me down in aloe. She used to even mix it with water, and I literally cut it from the plant, and I
Yeah.
used to drink it from the cup.
Yeah.
That's why bitch was glowing.
That's
no,
not Caribbean.
but
mother.
no, literally from the plant. Like
No.
all bitter and gross. but
Yes.
it makes your hair grow.
They-
It does everything.
It's good for your
Literally.
body too. Like when you drink aloe, like aloe water,
Oh,
it's really.
man.
Gia's drinking some aloe water
water.
too.
Yeah.
Water, tea tree, castor oil.
Yes, all of that stuff. But anyway,
I like this lacial mask.
Yes.
It's not just a facial.
It's not just a facial,
It's a
it's a
lacial
It's
mask.
lacial.
it says
can't.
chamomile. It regenerates skin, prevents hyperpigmentation.
Let me tell y'all how excited I am for
Yeah,
this.
something about hyperpigmentation. Everybody has it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Melanin does come
No, but
with some faults.
I'm super hyped to try it.
I
So
can't wait to try this tonight.
after all
Right.
of this
I think we all need it
trying,
A
tonight.
bitch is putting it on their face
This
today.
feels so luxurious.
It
I know that. I'm
feels-
like, we're
yeah.
feeling the
Feels mad
the
good.
packaging is
It's mad
beautiful.
health. It feels
Really-
a
It
feels
lot.
like it's gonna give you life.
It's a lot I'm
Like
getting
here.
in one package.
Yes.
And we're gonna post it on
Our
our
Instagram.
Yes.
at
Since
BGP
y'all always-
at Black Girl
But who's
Pod.
gonna try this first? Y'all can put it
Today.
on tonight.
Yanni's gonna
I
go
am.
home tonight.
Y'all know I love me a mask.
I know.
I wear a mask
Yeah.
every day.
Eve
Every day.
Milan.
Every day.
Eve Milan, excuse me. Eve
Milan,
Milan. I don't
New
know why I
York.
was saying Milan like Christina Milan. Eve
Eve
Milan,
Milan.
New York.
New York.
Luxury skincare. I can't wait to try it because
I know.
Curl Fest. Remember last year?
Yo, I was glowing.
We actually all had a
We were mad
We
cute.
was coyotes that night.
Like, I was doing
damn
my
body was
thing.
smashed.
I was skinnier too.
I was
Oh,
skinty.
sis.
I
Yeah.
post that picture from this month, and I was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna get back to this."
Let's
So
get back
see?
to
Let's get back
But
to
see,
this.
exactly, skin goals. So now we could get it together with Eve Milan, but you know, we gotta stop
drink
the
water too, please.
Yeah.
Well, at least she's gonna have my face looking right. Is there something I could do for this stomach? Cause I need a 6-pack by August 19th. That's my birthday.
You
can
can
train
not
with me
eat.
and
Eve, you got anything for the tummy?
You can train with me and my trainer, Keisha.
Are you ready? You ready?
Shout out to Keisha.
Oh my, oh my.
Do you
Body
do you
is
see her pictures lately?
crazy.
First of all, follow my trainer at Keisha Valarson on Instagram.
Yes.
Keisha like Keisha, Black Keisha with no Y, the E-I-S-E.
Like the
Wait,
black Keisha.
There's two black Keishas. Keisha with the Y is
Any
alive
Keisha.
No, I'm just saying, but I'm
It's-
saying.
it's-
Okay, sorry, Keisha with a Y.
That's
It's
Kashia.
Keisha.
Shout out to all my Keishas.
Shout out to Keisha,
That's
but
Keisha.
my
Shout out to
Keisha
Keisha
Valarson
with
is Keisha and then
Keisha's so dope.
Villalarson. She kicked my butt today at the gym, but what I'm saying is like, if you're serious about this life, you can come train with us, or you can find a trainer.
BGP rate?
Right.
Whoop. I'll ask her.
That would be amazing.
Listen, we'll be talking to
Maybe we
Keisha
should do
soon.
Maybe we should do a like
do a
open
class with her.
class,
We should.
like a workout class
Look at you brainstorming during the live
that.
podcast.
for our girls. Like if you want to work out with
That'd
us,
be
let
dope.
us know.
Pre-summer workout.
Yeah. Ooh.
dope.
Well, I'm gonna need
Get it
this,
right, get it tight.
this face, this skin.
She can do that.
We
She's
so
also a
late with
nutrition.
this pre-summer diet.
Pre-summer diet, like
Summer
I'm out here.
lifestyle. No
We got
diet,
no carbs.
lifestyle changes.
We got
Beyonce
3
did say we
weeks,
were supposed to be
bitch.
vegan in 28 days.
Let me tell you. Speaking of Beyonce, though,
What?
I need sis to drop some new music
Facts.
because we got 4 weeks until this tour starts.
She's gonna drop it in 2 weeks.
And
Dropping that music.
I
out.
do not. I love Beyonce with all my heart,
You know what I'm saying?
but I really don't want to be singing the same songs on this tour.
Right.
We're gonna be singing the same.
Gia,
We're gonna be right there.
I am
in
but
the front.
I am.
Like
Oh, we didn't talk about the Fenty too.
Body
Fenty-
glow.
Child,
Oh,
the body
Savage.
glow and savage.
So here's the thing. I'm gonna hit up Rihanna tonight. I'm gonna call her. I'm gonna tell. I
wow,
had a
that's so
bone to
crazy. You
pick
have her
with her.
number? That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So here's the thing. I'm gonna hit her.
1-800 Is it 1-800 Barbados?
So wow. Okay. No, that's not the number. But sis said it was for everybody with all sizes, and it just goes to a triple D. I'm not that.
Oh, I'm
So I just
sorry.
gotta get
Big breasted
panties.
girl.
Bigger than a triple D.
I
All
could
the
fit
listeners
it.
out there.
Yes, I'm bigger than a
I could
triple
fit
B.
it.
With my bees.
I could fit it.
With my bees.
That's what we
I
doing.
could fit it.
With my
C's.
You proud of that?
I wear.
God bless
Shout out
you.
to Savage
You know
Fenty.
Yeah,
if
but
you
it
guys
looks
would like to
beautiful,
stop
though.
by, please.
If y'all want to send
At
us some
your
products
earliest-
so we
Right.
can.
You know what I'm saying? Blackgirlpod
it
at gmail.com. That's blackgirlpod at
But I do
gmail.com.
want to see Riri. I want to see more,
Rihanna.
less. Like I need more lust.
Oh, you want
I
my
need
sex.
more.
Did you look at the whole line?
Yeah.
I don't
There's
think
some
you
little
looked at the
capsule
page.
joints.
Just
No,
to,
but I don't need 1965. Like I need you to.
Slow your
No,
roll.
I need like I'm a dominatrix.
That's naked, sis.
I want
Just
to
put
wear
the boots on. That's it.
I want it to be.
You want
snatched.
chain? You want
This
chains?
is scary. This face you're making
You
is
want
not
chains?
giving us
Lanes-
that.
Or
Yeah.
What's the other thing? That's
Chains.
Corset.
Silver.
corset. I want to see what's the other one?
You
Not
sound
leather,
like you're
but
trying to kill somebody right
latex.
now.
Oh my God,
wanna-
latex? You want a latex bodysuit?
Titties high. I'ma fuck you tonight.
Wow.
That kind of
Here we are.
I think
Thank you guys.
Fuck on you.
Fuck on
Like,
you.
I want aggressive outfits. I
This
don't
has been
want
great.
that sounds
Quick question: are you going to use
Scary.
these outfits?
Dating!
Dating.
that's
All
for the
right, real quick. What's everybody's dating life like?
trash.
nothing. What's the song? Sing the Whitney song.
I got nothing.
Lined up for the summer.
Rebecca's not singing a word.
I ain't
She's
got
not
nothing
saying
lined
a
up for the next
word.
hour.
Everything and everything.
Wow. All right, I'm out.
That's crazy.
This bitch just said, y'all are broken, poor. Ain't got no niggas either. I got a man, you don't. Ha, you
That's what
bitch.
you heard too, right? That's
I'm
crazy. I
sorry.
heard the same thing.
That's what I heard.
So
That's
dating.
my truth.
Yeah.
Are we gonna go around the table real quick? You dating? Are you dating? Sophia, are you dating?
Am I what?
Are you
Are you
dating?
dating?
Yeah, like scheduling the next thing that I have to do.
Yeah, that's a
Absolutely,
date.
No, we're done.
Meeting.
Put dates in my
No, we're
calendar
done.
all the time.
Yeah,
That
I'm
was
always
good.
dating.
know?
That was. I'm impressed.
I put calendar dates down.
That's very.
I'm a
impressive.
very single woman, you know. At Saphira M on Twitter and Instagram.
You don't want the DM dating.
I do not.
Am I dating? What did you say?
Are you dating?
Oh, what you say?
What you saw?
Oh, so I am dating, but okay, I don't want to say that. There is,
It's been said, yeah.
there
Been said.
there has not been anyone that is swept me off my feet yet. So I'm still available. Yes, dating.
Well, I
Open
think
to
if you're
dating.
single, period, is.
I'm
still
single.
available
I'd also like to
regardless.
reiterate
Single.
my phone is very
Dry.
very dry.
I hear you.
It's so
sis.
dry. It's so dry to the point that I have picked up the phone like I probably should not text this person.
Yeah, but I just
Do
want.
it.
But I just want to. I just want to. I want a notification. I would like a
phone down.
notification.
But you know what? I put the phone back down every time because guess what? I don't want to deal with
Drama.
that headache.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey,
you
if
send
you
that
want to
text,
change
that's
my
it.
name in your phone to Alex, feel free. I'll text you.
That's
You feel free about it.
gay. Shout out to
Nothing
all of
wrong
our
with
homosexual
that.
listeners.
Right.
I
ain't
support
nothing
you
wrong
fully,
with
but
that.
I just will not be doing that.
I mean, so I'm at a place where it's this is for the first time in my life, but I also think that's partly a result of where I am with like just not fighting.
Yeah.
I don't have no hope left for these men right now.
Here's the thing.
Like I'm feeling a little savage.
I would like to
Ooh,
get
would you like to further discuss when she's done her
out
point?
of my head the idea of someone and they just appear. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to keep thinking like, oh, well, that would be nice with such, but
With Michael B. Jordan.
yeah,
Yeah.
You know, I
Chadwick
text my mother all the
Boseman.
time about Michael B.
Yeah.
Jordan. By the way,
Yeah.
I'm like, you know,
Sterling K. Brown. It's like, nah, they're all taken.
Fahrenheit 451.
I-
on tonight, by the way.
I would like someone to be my Sterling.
HBO special.
are you gonna watch that with your
So,
boyfriend?
speaking
Hold
of
on,
Savage,
Hold on. Are you gonna watch that show with your
I'm
boyfriend?
gonna watch it.
Oh,
Which
Black
show?
Love? Black Love?
No.
Fahrenheit 451. It was a good book. I want to see how they adapted to.
And her and Anthony are gonna cozy up in front of the
We
couch
watch
and watch it.
Blackish. We watch our show.
Who cares? Next. No,
Wait. Wait. Do you watch This Is Us?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, okay.
You don't cry during This Is
God
Us?
forbid
Ooh,
if anybody
I-
hasn't seen.
yes.
You
me
cry.
and
Oh, I was
husband.
about to say, if you don't cry during This Is
Sterling
Us
K.
and I don't watch
Brown.
it,
If you don't know Beth and Randall
I was gonna
by
say that.
heart, you can't talk to me.
Right.
That's me, so
I
we
ran
can't have
up
a
to Susan Kalichi Watson at the Fahrenheit 451 premiere party, and I said, "Look, I don't know how to say this, but I'm here with all these black women, and we love you, and I just love you, and I was just telling her like, you mean so much to me, Beth.
Oh, okay.
Beth.
Yes.
And I was just like, I love you. I've met you before, and
Blue
she was
Ivy
like, cool.
and Jay-Z's video.
Yes.
Got it.
Yes.
That too, I get.
Okay.
And
She watches.
She plays Beth on This Is Us.
No,
The
This Is Us.
yeah.
Rebecca,
Okay.
And she was so nice and so cool. Ooh, that might be somebody we can interview when This Is
Yes.
Us comes back.
Shout out
Because
to
she
Susan
has a
Kelechi
very
Watson.
cool like story. But anyway, back to savagery.
Thank you, because I'm very interested to hear
Yeah,
Savage come
G,
from
you
Gia
being a
Peppers.
I don't want to be savage, but
No,
I
but
do
what's-
feel in a way like don't smile and be proud.
just-
Okay,
This is Scotty
Scotty
Beam
Beam
being
is so proud right
and
now.
it's the
But it's
grimmiest
like,
of grim
it feels
smiles.
like-
I actually do not like you posing.
I
like
know
that.
that's very weird. I don't know what's happening right now.
It's uncomfortable.
But it feels like it's still coming from a bad. I think I'm going through grieving process, and I think it's coming from a bad place.
But here's
so
the
I don't want
thing.
to.
So
Are
what
you
if-
feeding a need? Are
Hey,
you
sis.
feeding a need?
What do you mean? No, I ain't having sex with these niggas. No. Yeah.
No.
But I'm feeling
You don't
like
need to have sex with these niggas.
Can we do
Is
a
this
hey
a
sis?
hey sis?
I think we
A
should do a
hey
hey
sis
sis.
woman?
Dum, dum, dum.
No, it needs to be not jazz though.
So what's it gonna be?
It
Because
needs
I
to
don't,
be like
I don't have any
Where
other
would I be
ammo.
without you, baby. It should be like
No,
R&B.
no,
not that either.
2000s.
Be anything
Yes.
like that.
Tiani,
If
do you
need
have
me.
any tune?
But no, I mean, I don't know. I just don't have it anymore. Like I used to really like, oh, boyfriends. Now I'm like, you niggas is all trash anyway. That's bad. I don't want to feel like that because I don't believe that in my heart that all niggas are trash. The last relationship experience I had was trash, but
Shout out to you. You were trash.
Trash. You are trizzy trash.
wow,
bro.
you're not okay.
Shout out to you being a dumpster.
You see what we do? You see what we do? We got your back.
Wow.
NYC dumpster? That's nasty.
Everything.
That's nasty.
Crazy.
One of them dumpsters. you
As a
have-
matter of fact,
guys, this is far.
oh,
Sorry.
We're okay.
I was
There's
about to
nothing
go
wrong
in-
with
I was about to go in like, as a matter of fact, you weren't just the dumpster. You were the whole.
Fuck at it.
landfill ass
Just dump on your ass.
Dump on your ass.
We're okay.
Dumpy ass nigga.
Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Are you dumb? But no, I think
That happened.
I think that situation, because it opened up my heart so much so quickly, it was so fast for it to the way it ended. It was just it was overwhelming for me. So I think I just shut down at all parts. Like, oh, I'm just gonna feel all right, whatever.
I don't think that makes you a savage though.
For the first time ever, I really don't care. Like, there are men who have been wanting to hang out and talk. And I'm like, dang, they're really good dudes. Like, 3 months ago, I would have really, like, maybe 6 months ago, I really would have been open to this. But now I'm like, I don't, hey, what's up?
What do you want?
Somebody has to sweep you off your feet right now.
Yeah, but I don't know. So yeah, it's gonna be a very interesting summer. Like, I think I'm gonna take Scotty's
We're gonna
class
have
of
fun.
savagery.
No, we're gonna have fun this summer.
Scotty's
We're gonna do
class.
fun stuff.
Oh my god, we're
Oh,
gonna
stay
tear
away.
up New York. Oh my
Fuck the
god,
summer up, boy.
summer up,
Hello.
boy.
I'm uncomfortable. I'm in the middle of the two of them, and this is
It's gonna be
energy
great.
is, like,
I'd actually
flying.
like to fuck the summer up.
We out here fucking the summer up.
So
Right,
the-
shout out
the-
to Leak and Lee
Is there a
47.
way
That's
for
the
me to
song.
fuck the summer?
No, there's no way.
No, you
Stop.
better
Sit
sit
down.
your
Stay
ass
down.
back.
See you next fall.
Where we'll all be turning to you, looking to
I'll
you.
just record it. I'll do the photo.
Okay. Thanks. Shout out to the pause.
Shout out to the PAs.
I don't trust it.
She's BTS Becky now. She doesn't have a
PA
whole ass
summer
camera
for you.
out.
I don't trust it.
There you go.
I just don't.
Alicia.
I don't want to go too far. That's it.
Oh, we won't go too far.
Let me tell you who loves to go far, though.
This one.
Mhm.
This one.
Safira.
Push the button.
Right.
That is me.
Put it in drive.
Okay.
Push the button.
I know how to.
Start
I know
the
how to
car.
weigh both. We can do this. It's fun.
I'm scared.
We should record it.
Alicia.
I feel like you
time
be
Gia was a
picking on me to
savage,
tell
'cause it's
my
gonna be 3
business.
months. And then it's
Alicia,
done.
When you
literally,
gonna start your
I'm
business,
the last
Alicia?
person.
No,
so
no, I
I'm
know.
asking you.
I know, but I'm just like, so I'm stuck in a place where I was like,
Guilty
where
ass.
Gia, what?
You guilty.
Don't.
Guilty,
Guilty
guilty of
I
what?
already knew you guilty. You guilty ass.
Guilty of what?
That was
been fucking-
very.
That came from
guilty,
your
nigga.
gut.
You
Like
been
Guilty
fucking-
of what?
I see it in your
The
face.
eyes.
Guilty.
I see it in your face. What
Yeah,
you been
wanna know the
doing?
truth or not?
So here's the thing.
Here's the thing, guys.
So remember that time Gia said when she didn't want to talk about the situation while the situation was happening? So I'm kind of
Don't try to fucking use Jia's situation like
it's not, I'm
yours.
not bugging. It's the same thing.
My
listen?
nigga.
I mean,
Does he
yeah.
listen to the podcast?
Shout out to you listening
Because
to the
that's why I've been saying
podcast.
Now, if he listens to this episode, he's gonna hate all y'all.
Oh my God, relax. No. Don't do that.
Alicia.
I drew flowers.
I doodle. She doodled two hearts. Deani, she got hearts. She got hearts. She had hearts too. Deani, Scotty Beam had
I
hearts.
also would like to add that you guys do not mess these papers up. Thank you.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm kind of in that space, but yes,
And that's
So you're dating.
which is hard for me because I don't know how to do that. So this is all new to me. So yes.
Oh, okay.
So I don't want to talk about it until like I don't know. This is making me hot.
I think that we're going to have a story on the next two
Yeah, I'm
episodes.
excited.
Like next-
No. What story?
We should make a pack. Sorry, you can't include
Sorry,
it.
no.
Tell my old stories.
Everyone.
Oh,
except-
yeah, from 1995.
That's
Yeah.
They were
Yeah, documentaries from Harlem Renaissance.
So what I can say that I did though.
Hashtag Throwback Thursday.
What I can
great.
say that I did though, and this was a long time ago. This was while back. I did go out on a date with a complete stranger. Like, don't know you at all, never met you. Like, we don't have
did you find
mutual
him?
friends. This is a long time ago.
way under.
So, and that was scary for me.
See, we got to stop being scared because we owe it to our listeners that want to know about our dating lives.
Right.
Even though I don't have one right now, guys, they need to know.
Yeah, well, yeah, it was scary. But I did it. It was fun. But he's not here. So that's that. But it was cool. I didn't have like a one night stand
We
or
gotta start
anything like
dating
that.
so we can have dating
Yeah.
life
But
stories.
yeah, but it was fun because
Yeah,
I never
on top
did
of all
that
the other shit we
before.
gone through.
It was like an adrenaline rush. So there you go, Scotty Beam. I told my business, damn it.
I should make a move, but I
I am very interested in somebody.
Hey, interested.
I'm very interested. We're friends.
Hi, friend.
We're
Wow,
friends.
all your friends are about to be like, I knew it.
It's me.
It is us.
No, I'm very interested. He knows I'm interested. He's interested.
Oh, wait.
The only problem is, and something I won't do, is distance. He's away.
Sorry, all you New York niggas is quiet for you.
God damn, the emoji
I
didn't mean
won't ever date
anything.
a New York dude. That's not something I'm doing ever.
I'm sorry, what?
Unfortunately, no, I'm not.
So the
I'm
list is
sorry.
closed for
List is
New
closed.
Yorkers?
Sorry.
I'm sorry,
There's
what?
like 3 billion
No.
people in the city.
I'm sorry.
So you're not going to do long distance, but you're not going to do New York. So what you doing? Newark, New Jersey?
Someone who's
7-Eleven? Where you going?
not from New York.
Wow,
but is in New York.
7-Eleven.
Somebody who's closer to New York.
What does that mean?
So
That's long
basically, what you're
distance.
saying is no one should shoot shots.
Well,
Right.
No. If you live in New York and you're a transplant, maybe I'll date you.
Who?
Okay.
Yeah, like transplant meaning if you
Not
are from
from here.
DC, if
Oh,
you're
okay.
from somewhere you live in New York.
But
yeah,
you're not
definitely.
born in the Bronx,
If you were born
Brooklyn,
in New
Manhattan,
York
Staten.
City, I've had too much experience with the same person, but different people. You know what I'm saying?
The same
Get
person.
you
I
one
am.
of the
Yeah.
Jersey dudes.
No. Here's the thing. No. High school.
Relax.
There,
No more
High
New
school
Jersey
sis?
men.
a witness.
Gia. Take
Gia
it easy.
shan't.
Shant.
She shan't.
Shant, never. Whole
but
state, north,
listen,
south,
guys,
central.
I like him.
Wait, this is really serious though, because you're telling not
I
just
like him.
us.
Oh yeah, everybody.
But-
I do like him. I like him. but we're friends. Now, what am I supposed to do now?
Be friends still, but let him know how you feel about it.
Friend.
You told him already? Y'all told each other.
We hung out.
So what are you guys doing? Are you guys dating now? Like, are you trying to
we
date?
can't date. We talk every day. We talk to each other.
You said you
every
can't
day.
date?
We can't. I mean, he lives in a. He lives
Oh, yes.
away.
He lives.
In who?
In
So-
what?
Said that.
In a.
He lives a little ways from here. But I'm still single. I'm still doing. I still, if I want to date, I'll date. But I don't see anybody that I want to that's be worthy of like.
Is there any point where, like, this summer your paths are gonna cross?
Yeah,
Where-
I mean, he's coming at the end of this month. Like,
Oh, good
we're
date.
doing that. No, he
Yes.
has other stuff.
For
to do.
Yes.
you,
He has
for
something to
you,
do.
for you.
But we're friends.
Okay,
And
Solange.
That's it.
Thank you.
And that's all I'm going. That's all I can say, I guess.
Can I ask you a quick question?
We love each other.
Wait, how
That's not where that was
You
supposed to go.
buried the lead on that one.
So here's the thing.
How did we get here? You love each other.
Are you about to be out?
We've
We
been
going
talking.
to.
So we've been
So can you
talking
sit
since-
next to her then?
We've been-
Yeah,
no,
you
no,
gotta
no,
go
no,
sit
no,
next
no,
to Rebecca.
no,
Hey,
no,
Rebecca.
no, 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 no,
So Safira and
You
Alicia,
can
we
love
out.
somebody. You can love somebody.
Oh, that's
and-
true. That's
right.
true, though.
I'm
You
not
can
saying
love
I'm
somebody
in
in
love.
what?
I'm not
you can,
in love.
You can love
Clarify
somebody
that,
and
sis.
what?
And love somebody
And
and
not be
not
with
be
them?
with them and like stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
we're friends. You know what I'm saying? We're friends.
I am
because we
sitting
have to
back
be
on
friends
that
right
note.
now. There's no other way to do this. You know what I'm saying? But I've been talking to him since November. And
Oh, hey November.
we always like we've whatever. But I love him as a person because I like we trust each other. We tell each other stuff. We sit. We talk. And of course it's fresh. It's new. Of course it's always gonna. But I love the person he is and how he's allowed me to be in his space. And I like him for the same reason. I mean, I guess he likes me for the same reasons. How we're in the same space and we like, it's so fluid. It's so easy.
Like
It's
Sunday
friendship.
morning.
You know what I'm saying? So I love him as a friend. I love him as a friend. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in love. That's different. That's like fighting. That's I don't even know what that looks like in a long time. I don't know. But I do love the person he is. I really do. I truly do.
Oh,
now
that's really nice.
I'm not in a relationship though. I'm still single. I'm still out here, Gia. We still in
I was
these
about to say,
streets.
like, you really
knock
hyped me
it
up
off.
just to
No,
be
no,
like,
no,
I'm in love with somebody.
We-
I was
Like,
ready.
wow.
No,
I was
listen,
ready to
listen.
kill
For the
this
story.
summer.
Don't
Like,
never sleep
Gia.
on me. I
Gia.
am the OG
Savage.
Gia, you
don't
got
do
better luck
that.
with Safira. I
No,
think you
no,
should
no,
holler
no,
at
no.
Safira for the
We
summer.
are having fun this summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rebecca fun.
Summer.
yeah, you and Rebecca are gonna sit
No,
with a
Rebecca
picnic with your crannies and
is the PA
shit.
of summer.
Okay.
We are doing this for real.
Until he
And having
comes
fun.
to the
I can't.
to New York, and then
Look at
She's
you.
gonna be like,
then she's gonna
sorry
be
guys,
like-
remember that party I said I wanted to go to?
so I
Can't do
won't
it.
be leaving my apartment. But
No.
here's the part. I got you.
It'll actually be like this. Hey, Deani, we were calling you.
Hey, you said to go meet you here at 8.
You told
Yeah,
us
I saw on the regular.
You told us
anyway.
to text you,
8:57.
and you promised
Listen.
you'd respond, but you didn't.
But you
No,
didn't.
we're gonna
So-
be out here in these streets. We are. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna do fun stuff. Rebecca, please stop nodding with me. We are having fun.
Yeah.
We're friends, and we've decided to be friends. If he wants to date, he can date. If I want to date, I can date. You know what I'm saying?
Well, how I
And-
dating?
but you know that y'all want to date each other.
Cause I can't do distance. My soul can't do it.
It's a tough thing.
Not one of my.
I can't
Well-
wait. Like, I know this is going to be a very temporary thing for me. So I can't wait till can get.
I
back and
can't
like
wait
somebody.
because I know this is gonna be a lifelong lasting thing of singleness. for me.
No, it's, girl, you better not speak that over your life.
Don't speak that. I also
Guys,
do it.
You don't believe that.
We
All
out
right.
here.
Well,
All right.
Summer 18.
Well, listen, summer
Fucking
18.
shit
If
up.
you also want to be part of the Savage Squad,
No.
listen.
you guys
We
need to
can be
go-
Savage Squad.
Do not encourage the youth.
No. We
First
doing
of all, we
Tweet
need to
me,
have
Instagram.
a fucking savage party because that's where it starts.
Ooh. I got all these ideas.
this house.
You know I'm saucy, and it's always wet. And the sauce on it. Hey, 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 all right.
Rebecca.
She could sing this
Rebecca.
song. She could sing this song.
Yeah,
No,
sex with her is
no.
amazing.
We don't
Yes.
Sex with just one person is amazing.
Bye.
But
You
sex
are
with
rude.
a couple of people is also amazing.
You nasty.
Well, I just speak about truth.
All right.
don't have
Live in
to.
your truth.
Thank
You don't
you
have
guys
to
for
not speak
listening
your
to
truth, sis.
Black Girl Podcast episode 31.
31.
It was a roller coaster. You see, we're all like,
Nitro,
we went to again.
Superman in his
Eric-
bitch.
We're fucking nuts.
Well, there goes that messiness.
Thank you. You can find me at Scotty Beam.
You can find me at
Wow.
you can find me at Saphira M. Also follow Sassbox. And if you ain't got your Honor That Box t-shirt yet, what you waiting for?
Wow.
Facts.
It's $25 a pop.
I got
Are
to
you
cop
dumb?
mine.
This is the first time you've ever said that. You better own it. Own it.
Thank you, Jen.
Sis. It's about time.
Thank you.
Anyway,
It's
next.
about time. You can follow me at Bex Francois, and you can also follow me at It's Jameer.
Wait, what?
Shout out to Jameer Pond.
Yes, yes,
he had
yes.
Saphir and I on his show.
We shall over chug,
which was a
yeah.
great
I was like, wait.
Yeah. Are you running his social media?
No, but you know,
The
you can
shout.
Shout out the ones that
Support you.
just support
Yeah,
you.
shout out to
sure.
I love
Rimaj.
Jameer. Give him his
Jameer
props.
is
He's
a friend
amazing.
to the show.
Oh, the best
He's-
friend to
but
the
like-
show.
Friend to this
The real best friend to the show.
Oh yeah, he's a friend of everybody.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jameer Pond.
Oh wait, also shout out. We talked about our photo shoot earlier, but shout out to Pink Pig Productions. They hosted our. I don't know what you just said to me. Oh, the other co-host, Aurora TV. Make sure you follow her too. For we should all check. But shout out to Pink Pig Productions. They hosted our photo shoot 2 weeks ago. It was super dope.
It's lit.
It
Yeah.
was fun. I can't wait for you to see the pictures.
Yes.
When we getting on?
Yeah, when we get
Y'all not gonna do that,
Right?
Don't
Not
do that
on
to
the
them.
episode?
It's only been 2 weeks.
We are building
I
anticipation.
got y'all.
Those photos are for promotional use only.
Oh my God.
What? I need
Well,
all mine.
I
You're
stole
gonna
some
have
pictures.
them. You're gonna
At
have
least
them,
10.
but
Let me
we
get at
need
least
to
10.
establish what pieces of
But
content
shout
we're
out
using.
to them.
Beyonce
Pieces of
fans.
content.
Shout out to them, Pink Pig
Also-
Pro. They have a pop-up shop coming up soon. We'll give y'all the date for it.
Really?
Yeah, they do. Gia, go ahead.
We have a lot of exciting events coming up this summer that we are working on. So make sure you guys are following all Black Girl Pod
Yes, we do.
platforms. Follow all of us. We don't be saying our ad names for health. Like, if you one of the 20,000 listeners, please follow us.
I'm just saying
because
though.
like it's not
Get
fair.
100K, please.
Some of us are just
I'm trying to
get
get
to
to
20.
5K.
Some of us are just.
Number 5.
Just getting over the 35 mark.
But
I'll be cool with the humble 50 followers in the next day.
but nah, this is at Gia Peppers and
I told y'all she does it like that at Gia Peppers. Did I not do that earlier?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
you think you want a cookie? Okay, good
Got
job.
it.
Because she
You
tried
heard
to say
me
she
for
did it.
31
Because she tried to
episodes,
say
so
she
it's
did
about
it.
time you know how I said.
Niggas is at 31 episodes though.
I know.
Year and a half.
Shout out to Cardi.
Everybody is that names have been said.
No, at Alicia P. ALYSHAP.
Microphone.
She got ADD. At Alicia P. ALYSHAP.
Yes.
Yes.
That's
I
it.
love you guys.
Love you too.
Great episode, guys.
Cheers.
I drink all my wine.
Boom.
Take the bottle, sis.
It's a wrap.